Good evening, one and all. It is match day, match night, match evening. Good. Welcome to match evening. The European campaign continues and the teams are out. We don't have to wait at all. No more waiting for the teams. They're here. I'll just pull it up now. And of course, they're ready. For some reason, they released them a good half an hour earlier than they do normally. Surprises? Yes, some surprises, some not. Very, very interesting. Anyway, so welcome one and all. We're going to try again to do a little bet. This is the last time I try a bet on this one. Very, very naughty, by the way. Very naughty betting company whose names won't be mentioned at all. So I won't tell you who I'm doing a bet with, but we will have a sneaky bet. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, Cheeky Charlie has already put the teams up in goal. Areola, a European keeper. Johnson in at right back. Issa Diop. Who's Issa Diop? Issa Diop. Craig Dawson. Aaron Cresswell. I guess there's no choice, really, is there? Let's be perfectly honest with you. Declan Rice and Souček. He's gone strong in the middle. If anything is telling us that David Moyes is taking this seriously, it's that midfield partnership. Lanzini in at number 10. I totally agree with this, by the way. This makes absolute sense to rest Benrahma and to rest Fornals for this one. Vlasic comes in. Very, very important. Now, here's the interesting one. Yarmolenko, a player with enormous European pedigree, it has to be said, and Bowen. Now, why is that interesting? Well, I don't know who's going to play where. So, are we going to get a bit of Yarmolenko up front with a bit of Bowen wide, or vice versa? It's going to be quite interesting to see what he chooses to do on that. But I'm happy with the team. So I'll just read the team lineup very, very quickly again. Then we'll go through and have a look at what it basically means. Well, what's it mean? It means this is the team. So it's Areola, Johnson, Diop, Dawson, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Yarmolenko, Vlasic, Lanzini, Bowen. Possibly Bowen up front. Harry's sinking. Yarmolenko up the top. Quite possibly. I wouldn't mind that at all. Although, will it slow our play down a little bit? We do like to counter-attack. I just worry about his pace getting in behind the back line, certainly. But, okay. So someone's just saying it's on BT Sport 2, apparently. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. I'm just reading it from the chat there. Okay, so, Areola. I mean, we keep thinking. Well, I keep thinking anyway. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm halfway down the screen. There you go. That's better. We keep thinking Areola's going to be our first team keeper for the league. It doesn't seem to happen, and I guess why would it happen now? Obviously, Moyes got a lot of faith in Fabianski. That much is clear. Johnson is the interesting one. I'm going to read you the bench in just a second. In fact, I'm going to read you the bench now, because then it gives the context to what's happening with Johnson. So the bench is Fabianski, Randolph, Harrison, Ashby, Zuma, Masuaku, Fredericks, Ogbonna, Noble, Chesters, Benrahma, and Fornals. Okay, so the Fredericks bit being in there is what obviously gives the context to what I'm saying about Johnson. Okay, there's two ways of looking at it. Either Johnson has played so well that he's got that first team spot, that European first team spot on merit. Either or that Moyes is saving Fredericks for the weekend for Tottenham. I don't know. I mean, that also wouldn't surprise me. What it does do, though, I've got to say, is it does show the amount of faith that David Moyes has got in Johnson there, because you've only got to look at some of the other players he's picked. Moyes is taking this seriously. If Moyes wasn't taking this seriously, you wouldn't have Rice and Souček in the middle. Just wouldn't. Bowen wouldn't be playing, for instance. So for Johnson to be in there shows, I think we can finally rub a stamp that this is an official first team squad member, not a youngster coming through. He's a proper player for us now. So I think that's absolutely magnificent. Really pleased about that. Anyway, Diop and Dawson, bit of a no-brainer, I guess, really. They've performed really well. And it sort of makes sense. You'd almost build two defensive partnerships. I think there's a lot more use in Ogbonna and Zuma playing next to each other all the time. They develop a partnership, and then Diop and Dawson sort of having a separate partnership rather than sort of mixing it up. I think that creates some understanding, the sort of thing you're only going to really be able to do when you're A, on a cup run, B, in European football, when you can actually look and think, well, there's actually, those players know that they're going to be playing 6, 7, 8 games together. That's a really, really good thing. So I'm quite happy with that. The midfield I've just discussed. Rice as captain. I think there's a big thing here with Declan Rice as well. And Moyes has alluded to this. David Moyes has very much said that he sees it part. I'm talking about European football. When I say it, he sees it as part of Declan Rice's progression as a player, part of his education. And I also think there's a little bit not psychology in there, but there's a little bit of smart thinking going on, which is all very well us trying to encourage Declan Rice to stay by saying we're a big club and we're playing in European football. I think that's harder to sell that concept if we're going to say, oh, by the way, we're resting you for the European football. So he's in. Souček, I think if Král didn't have COVID, I think possibly Souček wouldn't be in. It would make sense, right? I mean, he's taken a number of nasty cuts to the head. But I know Noble's on the bench, but let's be perfectly honest, that shows you take it seriously. But I think Král might have played. There's actually something I do wonder about Král with the COVID, but there's a couple of games when I thought that Král was available. Obviously, he's not for this because of the COVID, but there's a couple of times I thought Král might have played and he didn't. I wonder, that may be a video for another day, I wonder if there is something in Král having to play a certain number of games. Once he plays those certain number of games, it instantly activates that we have to buy him. Just a theory. Lanzini in. Now, Lanzini, this is very, very interesting. Look, we'll go to your comments in just a second. But Lanzini, pleased with this, aren't we? I'm very pleased to have Lanzini in there. I think he considered himself to be slightly unlucky that he perhaps hasn't featured as much as he might have liked. But I think he'll play well. And I think he'll play well, particularly in this. I think he's going to be given the freedom to... He's played well when he's played in central midfield. We've seen that. But I think he's going to be playing as a number 10 here. I think it will give him a certain amount of freedom. I think he'll dictate play. I think he may well dictate the pace of the game for West Ham. I'm very happy with this team. The more I think about it, the more I look at it, I think, okay, this is a good team. Very happy with this. Of course, there's Vlasic. We all knew Vlasic was going to play because Vlasic should be wheeled out for all the press conferences, and David Moyes wouldn't have wheeled him out and had him sat next to him if he wasn't going to feature. Point to prove, not quite yet. I wouldn't say a point to prove, but there's a good team around him, certainly. I liked what he was saying about working hard, and he's going to carry on working harder. That's what you want to hear. This is not somebody who's not gone straight into the first team. Yeah, sorry, Steve. I just want to say that. Sorry, big pardon. I digress. I know Král's got COVID. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about before, but you're probably replying to someone else anyway. Vlasic is not one to be sulking, is he? He's going to get down there. He's going to knuckle down. He's going to work hard, and the quality will come. All right, the quality will come through. I'm pretty sure. Not a big game for him, but a relatively important game for him. It's getting towards the end of October. Well, we don't want to be in a position where we're in December and Vlasic hasn't really fired yet. And the reason being is because obviously we know we're going to lose Ben Rama in the African Cup of Nations. So that would be the natural replacement to go in and take his place, wouldn't he? I mean, this is interesting. Just going to bring this up here. Who said Chester's Nashby looked good in the under-23s? Good. This is it. This is what it's all about. No problem at all, Steve, by the way. I can see your comments there. This is what it's all about getting those youngsters in there. I don't want to preempt it by saying, oh, well, if we're 4-0 up, let's bring them on. We might not even be 4-0 up. This may well be a tougher game than we expect. I'll tell you why I think this is, Frank, to answer your question, mate. I think Moyes wants it done. I think Moyes wants to win the group. He absolutely wants to win this group. And I think the best way of doing that is to play both of them. I'm not sure Moyes feels that he needs a rest as such. I reckon Moyes has looked at his stats and thought actually he can handle it. He's a fit player. He's actually run more in the Premier League than any other player this season. Up until the point he got substituted. I should probably say that. Obviously, he got substituted to get the stitches and whatnot. I think looking at the formation, looking at the way Moyes dealt with it against Everton, I think he might have tweaked the formation, actually, and he may have put Souček's poor form down to Declan Rice getting forward a little bit more rather than it being any fitness issues. But I do believe if Krau didn't have COVID, Krau would be in on this one. But I just think David Moyes probably looked at it and thought that's a bit of a drop to have Noble in there. Now, I think Noble will play later on, but I think Moyes wants to get 9 points on the board. He wants to get 9 points. He really does. Well, as you all know, if you win this group, you go into the last 16. The benefit of that is not just missing a whole round of football and some fixtures. It's actually when the Champions League teams drop down into the competition as well. So I'll be lying if I said I've looked at the Champions League and looked at the composition of the leagues. But you know, pick your. It could be Barcelona, for instance. It could be as massive as missing out on and drawing Barcelona. Now, a lot of people, that's a glamour tie. A lot of us might want to play against Barcelona, but actually, if what we want to do is win this tournament, and let's be fair, if we get out of the group and we get into the last 16, you might as well think about winning it. There's no point in just taking part at that point. You're the 16 best teams in this European competition. You're going to have less of a chance of getting to that final if you're drawn against a big team that's dropped out from the Champions League. So this is what a long-winded answer, Frank, mate, but this is why I think David Moyes is doing this. So I think David Moyes would think it's a reasonable risk, a fair risk, certainly, let's say. I'm reading in the comments a lot of people talking about Chester's here, and that's nice. Can't tell you anything, don't know. So I'm really pleased to hear people talking about him, and these obviously people that have we had a humdinger of a game, didn't we? The under-23s had a humdinger of a game. So I'm really pleased that people have watched that, and certainly something I'd like to look into and talk about a little bit more in the upcoming week, certainly. So I'd be very interested, not particularly in this chat here because it all goes so quickly down on my screen, but it'd be nice to have a little chat with a few people actually that have that know a little bit more about the under-23, certainly. Excuse me. A lot of talking there. So anyway, so that's what I think. This is, I think it's interesting. I think it's exciting. I'm very much looking forward to the game. There's two goalkeepers on the bench. I don't know why I didn't notice when I was reading it out. Harrison Ashby, I like Ashby. I don't know about Chester's, couldn't tell you anything about him at all. Ashby, I actually did a video on him, didn't I? About a year ago or something like that. After I'd seen him play, I was very, very impressed. Very impressed. Very composed player. Can't see a situation where he gets on the pitch really, because what you got to say, what you got to think is, it's actually a benefit to Johnson playing all game. Johnson is still developing. Anyway, okay. Genk lineup: Van der Voort, good play, good keeper. I know about him. Oh, I've got a child on. I've got to try and pronounce this whole lot. Hold on a second. Oh my word! Oh dear. It goes so quickly. It's Charlie. It's gone so quickly. Actually, I know Charlie prints it and types it somewhere else. Right, here we go. It's on the ticker. Genk lineup: Van der Voort, Pricado. He's the captain of the Captain Picard. He's Captain Pricado. He's well travelled, certainly. Cuesta, Lukumi, Ortega, Thorstvedt, Heinen, Hroski, Harukin, Ito, Anuchu, we know him, Bogonda. He's anyway, okay, so let's slaughter those names one more time. Van der Voort, Pricado, Cuesta, Lukumi, Ortega, Thorstvedt, the mighty Thorstvedt, Heinen, Hroski, Ito, Anuchu, Bongonda. There we go. Good keeper, though. I'm telling you now, he's a good keeper. I've been told. I've been told as much. Obviously, the big talking point is Paul Anuchu. We've been linked to him and then linked with him some more. And Tottenham linked with him, Southampton linked to him, everybody linked to him. Apparently, everybody's interested in him. David Moyes does his pre-match build-up, and David Moyes says, we were never interested. We never bid for him. We didn't really have any interest at all. David Moyes said, didn't really scout him until the point where we got drawn in the group with Genk. And at that point, I had a look at him. And he said he's all right, but we were never really interested in him. So that told them. That being said, I keep telling you, I don't believe Moisey. Sneaky, naughty Moisey, fibber, porky-pied moister. Sort of doesn't sound appetizing, that does it? That's the least tasty of all the pork pies. Certainly. I'm just going to hold us out. Van der Voort onto Burgonda, back to the Kimi. Few tongue twisters. Oh, Van der Voort onto Burgonda, back to the Kimi. Oh, yeah, I was going to say goal. We don't want goal. Oh, missed. There we go. Anyway, so hopefully none of that happened. Oh, the miss. We don't mind them missing. That's going to be absolutely fine. Let me, at this point, by the way, point you towards. It's basically a fantasy football app. If you sign up for it and you play it, you help Hammers Chat out massively. It's called the Ultimate Fan. The link is in the description below. Under whatever you're watching this on, phone or laptop or whatever you're doing. I don't know how if you're watching it on telly, why you don't want to see me that size? I'll put me on a much smaller device. I look better. Underneath, there's a link to Ultimate Fan. It's an app. It's a fantasy football app. It's a five-a-side one. You open packs, you do all that sort of thing. Basically, we've got to get Hammers Chat to initiate a big sponsorship from them, which would make a massive change to Hammers Chat. We've got to get 1,000 signups. Now, here's the point. They've been paying out prizes. I know people have even come into this chat and said we've won 50 quid, 100 quid, won 30 quid. You get weekly prizes. So if you didn't get in on Ultimate Fan at the start, it doesn't matter. It almost refreshes weekly. And at the end of it, we're giving prizes out for the top Hammers Chatterer. Anyway, links below. Please click and use the link below. Otherwise, I won't know you've come from Hammers Chat. And as I say, pick your team, open your pack, play it. It's free. You can buy more packs if you want to, but you don't have to do that. Don't worry about doing that. Gio, without buying a pack, got Cristiano Ronaldo. Cheat. Absolute cheat. I got Troy Deeney. And then Troy Deeney went to bloody Birmingham. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, thank you very much. Ultimate Fan app, clickable in the link below. If you do it, it would massively help Hammers Chat out. Are we ready for a bet? Are we ready for a bet? I've actually done it a little bit differently today. If you were with me for the build-up show for the Everton game, the app crashed. I thought maybe it's just me, maybe it's just the internet. Clearly, the internet's working down there, but otherwise I wouldn't be doing this, right? I went back up to the house where the internet is supposedly better. It still wasn't working. I tried putting it's a good job that bet didn't come in because I tried putting that bet on for another 20 minutes, right? The app had crashed. Hold on. Sorry, Andy's just saying they give out 5k a week in prizes. Yeah, they do. We're talking about the Ultimate Fan app, not this bloody betting app. I'll tell you what. Anyway, thanks, Darren, for telling me about Kai Corbett, by the way. He obviously listened to my video earlier on. Right. So anyway, so I've got it open on the computer, which is just behind the camera there. So hopefully we're going to start building. Now we know the team. We're going to build a bet for today. A ridiculous bet. A silly old bet. So, first of all, I don't particularly want your predictions. Give me a scoreline, a realistic scoreline. Look, it can't be 2-0 West Ham because I don't think the odds will be that great, but it can't be 11-0 West Ham because it will never come in. Give me a score. Right? Not what Alan's done there. Don't do that, all right? Give me hello, everybody, by the way. It's lovely to see so many familiar faces in the chat. So, yeah, not this, Andy. No. Something more like that. Or that. Oh, yeah, sorry, done that. Okay, right, okay, listen, we've had 2-3-1s. 2-3-1s. It's that, what is it? I've said it before, haven't I? Is fave for far athletic for. Yeah, it's a bit like that. So anyway, no, it's not going to be 22 point. I was at 2.5-0, Thomas. Let's go with. Do you know what? I see you with the 3-1s. I'm thinking of going with the 5-1. Where's Daniel? Where's Daniel's one? You're typing so quick, you lot. You're honestly you're quick. For goodness sake. I'll try to click on the bloody thing. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go with a 5-1. Okay, right. So 5-1 here. So we go with a score. 5-1 to West Ham. Right, even just that is 33-1. You know what's coming next? if we're going to win 5-1, I would like, give me 2 goal scorers, please, my friends. Give me 2 goal scorers for West Ham. Okay. Look, I'm seeing. I'm seeing your Vlasic hat trick. I see all this stuff. I'm seeing your Bowen hat trick. Tell you what, let's do 3 players, because then if we nail 3 of the players, it's got to be good odds. Right. While you lot type away and give me 1 more, and I'm going to look at it in a second. I'm going to put in player to score. I'm going to put Vlasic. Nikola Vlasic. If I can find him. Where is he? Where's Nicola? Who's nicked Nicola? Where is he? Don't tell me he's not on the list. It would surprise me, this bloody app, by the way. Vlasic. I won't put him first. Anytime, 40-1. Add to selection. Player to score. Bowen. That takes it to 55-1. Player to score. I'm going back to you in the chat now. No, see, I can see you there. Right, so I've already got Vlasic and I've already got Bowen. Areola brace, nice one. Diop, I'll tell you what, Dawson. There you go, I see it. Dawson. And there's room in there if someone gets 2, but it takes the Dawson's a good shout, really, isn't he? From a header. Well, obviously a header. He's not going to dribble past everyone, is he? Okay, it's still it's 100-1. All right, it's 100-1. We need a bit more than that. Right. Okay. So that is the score will be West Ham 5-1. Vlasic to score anytime. Jared Bowen to score. Craig Dawson to score. Give me something else. Give me more. Okay, that would bump it up. We need. I think we need a card. Do we need a card? This is good. Paul to score for Genk. Actually, no, I reckon the odds won't be. Okay, 10 corners, right? 10 corners. I see your 10 corners. By the way, we'll have a bit of 10 corners. 4 corners, 10 corners makes it 300-1. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We need 1 more. Give me a card, please. Give me a card. Diop. Diop might. I think that's a really good shout, Danny. That's a really good shout. He's playing against a humongous monster, a Leviathan, the Kraken. He's basically playing against the Kraken. Chunkenstein Mahusevic is what he's playing against. Massive bloke. Diop card. He won't be able to handle it, Diop, will he? Play a card. It's a Diop. Oh, my word. Oh, okay. Right. Add. Right, I've got it. I've got it. We are done. Okay, we are done now. West Ham to win 5-1. Vlasic to score any time in a match. Bowen to score any time in a match. Craig Dawson to score any time in a match. Under 10 corners. Should I have done that? Should have done over, shouldn't I? Should have done over. We'll go with under. We'll go with under. We'll go with under because it's coming out as a nice thing. It's a Diop to be booked. Add to bet slip. There we go. Set stake. Yes, I want to set the stake. Set the stake, please. Bloody hell, this thing's no good. Right. Okay. Right. Basically, someone's gonna win 350 quid. If that comes in, someone wins 350 quid. How'd you like that? That's not bad, is it? Come on, it beefs it. You know what? It makes it a little bit interesting. And to win, I should have thought of this before. I should have thought of this before, really. I've got to think up something ridiculous to say. And if you're going to think up something ridiculous to say, you've got to go and look at the Genk. The Genk bench. Hold on. Chamblair, Lesson, Mackenzie, Sad Dick. Oh, thank you. There he is. Sad Dick, Tracer, Tomo Gwesson's Eating. Eating. Oh, okay. I've got it. I've got it. Okay, so on their bench, they've got a player called Sad Dick and a player called Eating. So, as you can probably imagine and predictably, to be entered for the chance to win £350 sterling, not euros, £350 sterlings. You've got to pronounce, you've got to spell it correctly, as in, and the names are below. Eating Sad Dick. I'm sorry to say, I know it's puerile, it's terrible. There's something wrong with me, isn't there? What I like is, right. Where's he gone? Where's Mark gone? Mark had actually typed it. All right, Mark's obviously watches this thing and says, "Oh, I know where he's going with this. Right, Mark had actually typed it before I'd even said it. So there you go. I'm sorry to be. I'm sorry. Yeah, you leave out the Gonzo bit. You leave out the Gonzo. You can say Gonzo is a sad dick, but actually you can't have an entry into the competition at all. So that's, we're not being rude. Those are legitimately, those are two Genk players, Eating and Sad Dick, which are two players. Hopefully, I won't be eating humble pie or Sad Dick, to be fair, later on tonight. So just to confirm, that puts you in with a chance to win. I'll just check my bets again. So the bet builder is West Ham to win 5-1. Vlasic score, Bowen score, Dawson score, under 10 corners. Got that slightly wrong, but I think it's boosted the odds. Issa D up to be booked. It's 350 quid. I put 25 pence on. There you go. Something in it. I mean, something. So there you go. And all you got to do to be entered into the competition, you all know, you're all regulars here, aren't you? You have to type in the name of the two Genk players, Eating and Sad Dick. They're different players. Let's be fair. If it was the same player, then Mr. and Mrs. Sad Dick Senior probably wouldn't have named their son Eating. Anyway, I do. This is too late, Frank. Too late, but I like it. There we go. It's exciting. So thank you very much all for doing that. I've got any tea left? Cold tea. Colder today, right? Colder today. Hold on, you pair, you two. All right, hold on, you two. Stephen Lizette. That's a big bet for me. That is a big bet for me. I can tell you now. Oh, dude. See, that's what I hate about betting. I don't bet, mate. That was tempting when I just saw. No. Naughty. West Ham are on at 8 p.m. It's on BT Sport. I believe it's BT Sport 2, Doug. I might be wrong, mate. I might be wrong. Don't know. But definitely BT. Well, I bloody hope so anyway, because all the things set up in there. What am I drinking? Cold tea, Rodrigo. Cold tea. You sound like a footballer. Rodrigo Romero. Sign him up. Hold on. Not yet, Charlie. Not yet. Do you know why? Often when I bring Charlie in, I hunt around for my headphones. Got to say, today, I'm ready. I am ready. I don't have to hunt around for him. The trouble is, right, it's all lit at the back of the man cave right there. But actually, it's basically all black. So it's lit there, but the floor is black. The headphones are black. Basically, you can't find anything. So I was ready. Bring it on.
I mean, you know.
What?
It's just that I like how proud you were of having headphones just on the desk.
Ready. Primed. Professional.
Fair enough. It is on BT Sport 2, by the way. I've checked. It is on BT
Add
Sport
more
2.
professionalism. I got the headphones. The app works. I did the promotion. I got the TV channel right. I've read the team out. I pronounced a lot of the names.
I mean, the chat gave you the TV channel, to be fair. I mean, I'll give it you, but it was the chat. I don't know if I'm willing to put that solely down to Gonzo right now. But
someone said someone's looking ill. Oh, look at what you've done.
I accidentally pressed that
nice
button.
animation. Nice animation.
I didn't mean to even click that, but there you go. Patreon.com/HammersChat.
Well,
I didn't
since you have, if you want extra content, including opposition previews.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Not pre-match build-ups, just the pre-match build-up. You get this for free. Patreon breakfasts, player ratings, where I can be a bit stingy with the numbers, it has to be said. And the Hammers and the Spammers fantastiche podcast, the best of all the podcasts, right? Yes,
I would
Charlie?
say so. I would say it's at least top 3 specifically on the Hammers Chat Patreon. That's my opinion on the matter. I know it's a strong call. It's a strong call, but it's what I would say.
It's one of the best, I have to say. If you want to unlock some of this stuff, then go to patreon.com/Hammers Chat.
Link in the description below.
Link in the description below, and you can support us. It helps us carry on doing this and being ridiculous, and you get extra content as well. And by the way, I want to say something now, Charlie. You're going to have to put this into the chat, all right?
Okay.
Into the description underneath. You just have to. Right, I've got something for you here.
Okay.
If people use the code Genk10, you get 10% off the Hammers Chat online store for the next 24 hours. Do you hear that? We got some good stuff in our shop as well. Some good stuff. Am I right or am I right?
I listen. I've made some of it, so that stuff maybe swerve. Go for the actual good bits. Go for actually the actual good bits. But there are good bits as well.
Okay, right. The link is going to be put in the description below by Charlie. He can do that right now if you want to. Or do you want me to do it?
I'll do. Listen, you do you. I'll do it. You just keep talking. I'll
tell you now. It's the Hammers Chat Shopify thing, Charlie. Just so you know, we've got a good. Listen, I'll tell you now. We've got a good shop. The shop is we've got so much stuff coming out. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. We got t-shirts. We got more t-shirts. We got mugs. We got more mugs. We got pictures. We got tie-ups with Canning Town Len. When I say tie-ups, I don't mean like handcuffs or anything like that, right? We got loads and loads of things coming out. We got pin badges. This is going to be your one-stop shop, Hammers Chat shop for Christmas, certainly, and before. But for 24 hours only, Genk10 gets your discount code. I'm telling you, some lovely, lovely gear on there. Not that sort of gear. You won't. We're not doing that. And if we did, we wouldn't be giving you 10% off. We'd be barons, wouldn't we? Wouldn't be giving anyone 10% off. But
I quite fancy myself as a baron personally. Do you know what I mean? Sitting in a big old castle, just sort of pointing at stuff, telling people what to. I think I could do that. I've been to Hampton Court enough, you know. I know what I'm doing.
Charlie Ludwig, Baron von Charlie Ludwig.
I'll take that. I like the von bit, you know.
Von. I feel if you're a baron, you've got to have a von, and probably a Ludwig. The Charlie is probably not crucial. How do you, Charlie, von Ludwig Baron, feel about today's team?
I feel positive for the most part, to be honest with you. I mean, a couple of things. First of all, I know you picked up on it, but I'm happy Johnson starting. I think Ray on Two Spanners, One Hammer, and a Hammers Chat exclusive podcast on the Patreon. If you want to check it out, patreon.com/Hammers. He always goes on at me because he says I hate Johnson, which just is not true. What I've been saying is I felt like Johnson's development has stalled over the last sort of year or so. And I don't think that's for any fault of his own. It's just a case of he's not going to get game time playing his natural position at right back because Sue Fowler's ahead of him. And to be fair, Ryan Fredericks, although has been absolutely done in by injuries when he has played, I thought has been very good. So he's not had that opportunity. And so when he has played, he's usually been shifted out over to the left where he's not too good because he's not left-footed, blah, 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 blah. And so to see him get a couple of games in a row, big games as well, European competition, big games in the league, in his natural favoured position is good because I think he deserves it as well. I thought he played really well. So that's exciting. Interested to see how the front four ends up working out. Like you say, will it be Yarmolenko, will it be Bowen? I would be shocked if it wasn't Jared Bowen, but at the same time, we'll see. I think it's strong. I think it's a strong lineup. It's probably the right time to face Genk. They're really struggling right now. It's good. It's good. I was, you know me, right? I'm quite a calm human being. You know, I don't get too like nervous. I'm not too shook up about stuff, right?
No.
And so, like, usually when we go to games, for example, when we're on the boats and we're all talking, and someone go, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "Not really." For some reason, the European fixtures really shake me up, and I don't know what it is about it. Oh, they really scare me, Gonzo. I think it's because I'm so used to seeing us, you know, take Astrajiju for granted and then get absolutely battered by them.
Yeah.
And so every single one we've gone into, I've been terrified. And even today, even with that fear inside me, I'm still like a 7 out of 10 for confidence. That's how confident that's the most confident I've been for any of these fixtures so far. I'm excited.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's very, very excitable. It's an excitable time, Charlie. Are you worried about this Paul Anuchu? That's another player that I can pronounce. Sorry, I'm just getting someone. I'm going to post the shop link in the chat, by the way. That's why if I look like I'm not paying attention, I am paying attention.
I at the same time am changing the description to have it in there as well. I am a bit. I mean, he's a big boy, but to be honest with you, he seems to have. Wow, yes, yeah, a huge boy, the biggest of boys. No, he's the sort of person who would be concerning me a little bit. But I mean, we've got Dawson and Diop at the back who are obviously very capable of just dealing with people in a physical sense. And then on top of that, he hasn't been in as good form as he was last season. Maybe his head was turned. Maybe he just isn't vibing it as much. But he's not killing.
He looks so big that he possibly can't even turn his head.
Potentially, you know, we've all been there. We've all been there. He needs a better.
I don't know. Have we?
Yeah, you know, after Christmas dinner, you just can't move anymore. You know, it's just there's not much. I wouldn't, you know, after post Christmas dinner, I don't know if any of us would describe ourselves as agile. You know what I mean?
No, okay, no, maybe not agile. It has to be said. I suffer with flatulence, if the truth be known, Charlie. After Christmas dinner,
it happens. It does happen. It's been known to happen.
There you go. Right in the chat now. That is the Hammers Chat shop. All right, the link is there, and the link is underneath. You can't go wrong with that. 10% off if you use the code GENK10. Have a look at the shop. Not now. Do it after the game. You've got 24 hours to do it. Got time for another cup of tea, whatever. Probably something stronger. You don't need it when we're playing Genk. Charlie, give me a score, my friend.
I'll say 3-1 West Ham. I'll give them a goal. I do think they'll score. I'm not that confident, but I am very confident that we'll beat them with aplomb. How about you?
I don't want to beat them with any fruit at all. Be it a grape, a plum, or even a pineapple.
What about a nana? What about a banana?
I used to know a guy, and he either used to say when he used to hate somebody, he'd say, "I hope he's next." He either used to say, "What's the time?" So, no, it's a bit. I can't swear. So he used to say, "I hope his next poo's a pineapple," or "I hope he's." I hate him. I hope his next poo's an hedgehog. But he didn't say poo. So I'd always thought. It depends. If the pineapple is coming out whole, it's going to be painful. But if you've just had a bowl of pineapple, and it's then it'd be fine. I reckon.
So it's you know it is what it is.
A pumpkin would do some damage. That's true. Right. Listen, Charlie. You know we mentioned about embezzling money and being barons.
I mean, I wouldn't say we mentioned embezzling money per se, but we've had conversations. Sure.
Yeah. So I think if I was a baron and I owned a castle, all right, and I wanted to stash some of my money away to stop the what's a baron's wife called? The baroness.
Yeah,
right. So
it's incredibly easy, that one. It's incredibly easy, that one.
Okay, so let's say I'm a baron. I'm in my castle. You see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
It's a great film.
Great film. So the baron in there. So let's say I'm sick of the baroness, right? And I don't want the baroness getting her hands on any more of the Ludwig family inheritance.
Sure.
I'm about to knock her off in the moat, right? You know. But I want some safe financial advice.
Do you want to reword that, or do you want to? Is that the way you're gonna stick to your guns?
No. I do not knocking off knocking one off in the motor and knocking the wife off in the motor, two different things. This is taking a nasty turn. This is a link. I'm not sure Chuck wants to be associated with this kind of nonsense. So let's just say I was trying to save some money as a regular guy that had done nothing illegal at all and didn't want to kill the Baroness.
We do keep going for this illegal angle, and I'm not sure I would like to, just in case the HMRC are watching.
No
laws have been broken.
None.
We're all good here.
None.
Don't question it.
If you're look, put it this way, if you're an electrician, you want someone to do your accounts, this is the person to see. You don't have to be a baron.
You don't have to be a baron, but if you are and you want to avoid some taxes, no, if you are, you should have a look at Stuart Morris Accountants. They do personal, they do business, whatever you need, they're there for you. They got you covered, right? And trust me, as a former accountant, I can tell you one thing, and that's accountancy is long. It's long. It's just a lot of effort, Gonzo. Lots of numbers, stuff you don't need to deal with. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, none of that. Don't need that. So check them out, Stuart Morris Accountants. Thank you very much for helping us. And sorry for Gonzo continuously bringing up illicit activities.
I've got to say, there's a lot of people in the chat sort of agree with me about the Baroness. She's got a reputation, particularly running Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Someone said she's a nasty piece of work. They're right.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time. I couldn't possibly comment. I haven't seen it in quite a while.
The child catcher, nasty, evil.
Well, he catches children. It's in the title.
Truly scrumptious.
Sure,
that's the lady.
Sure.
That's the lady.
Yeah,
Dick Van Dyke.
Just that one's just the name, though. It's just a name. It's a
great
name.
It's a good,
great name.
It's a good name.
Solid Dutch centre back from the 70s.
Dick Van Dyke.
He's amazing. Unreal.
Yeah, he is. And there's only one better, and that was if you were a Dutch centre back called Dick Van Dyck.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, I don't know if that exists, but I wish they did. I wish. I remember. Do you remember? It's not exactly the same, but on the old Pro Evolution games on PS2, when they really didn't have the rights to anything, and like you'd get like West Ham were called East London, and like you'd have Manchester United would have like Ryan Griggs and people.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I do.
But I remember. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the really early ones. It might be PES 1 or 2. They just didn't even bother coming up with names for the Dutch players, and so they were just called, like Dennis Bergkamp was called Orange 10. And I always just appreciated a sheer lack of effort about that.
Even an Orange Van 10 would have been nice.
It could have been anything. Could have done anything. And no, Orange 10. Apparently, Dick Van Dyck is still going at 98. Good to see.
Well, okay, so everybody knows about his accent, which is mocked in Mary Poppins. So he's basically trying to do a Cockney accent. He's, Mary Poppins, the nicest, and he speaks a bit like this, doesn't he? Dick Van Dyke, say just doing a little bit of pudding along the Thames, and he starts doing all that stuff, right? He was taught the Cockney dialect by somebody from Bolton. Seriously, no, yeah, absolutely. So his accent coach was somebody from Bolton. So the guys there, I'm going to show you how to speak Cockney, lad. All right, so you got to speak a little bit like this, and but mix it up a bit, make it sound a bit like different, So
I don't know how. To be fair, we can mock the accents as much as we want. That I don't know how accurate to Bolton that was. That was sort of Liverpool come.
Oh, it's not Liverpool. That was Liverpool.
Very Liverpudlian.
No,
I don't know if I don't know if.
Not
that harsher one. There's a couple of different tones of Liverpool, and that was solidly in there.
No.
I
don't know about that. No, not at all. Anyway, I'll go.
Would you be able to come back at half time to save my bladder? Would that be okay? Just for 5 seconds.
Yes, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
I will do that. I'll do that for you. But I'll have to be quick because I'm gonna have to put the kettle on. Run down here. You're gonna have to run to Lou, as I need to make a cup of tea at half time because at the end I've got to come down here and I've got to do the post-match show. Then I've got to do another show as well. So,
I mean, to be fair, fair. Let's be real. Unlike you, I don't have to go to the end of the garden. Do you know what I mean? I live in a flat in London, so it's just there. So, it's not too bad. So
Absolutely. So I'll put the kettle on, right? So the first 5 minutes, I'll be putting the kettle on the tea bag in. Then I'll run down here. I was going to say I'll relieve you, but I won't do that. You'll have to relieve yourself.
Yeah.
You go and have a Jimmy Riddle. Keep the mic on so we can all hear it. And then I can then go and put the milk in my tea, jump back on the sofa. Everyone's happy. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. I'm going. See you later.
Thank you very much. See you later, Gonzo. And then everyone remember he'll be back at half time. And then, of course, back at full time for the match review. That's one of the matches, one of the videos he was discussing there of happening is the match review. So, everyone, hello. Welcome to the Watchalong. I haven't done a thumbnail, so I've just put a picture on there. That's life. Here's a question for you all. Let's start off. Woody, Alan. Alan, hello. Good to see you. Charlie, do you think there are any places up for grabs on Sunday? How do you all feel? Do you think there are any places from this starting a lineup? Because we sort of know what the lineup's going to be on Sunday. Will any of these people get into it? You're seeing what people are they? Charlie, well, I'll flipping well tell you, won't I? We're talking Areola in goal. Johnson, Diop, Dawson, Cresswell. Rice and Souček as a double pivot in midfield. Lanzini, Vlasic, and Yarmolenko behind Jared Bowen. I would suspect you could maybe make an argument that I didn't need to do that. I meant to do that. You could maybe make an argument of Yarmolenko and Bowen be flipped around, but I would suspect they would not be. And then just in case you want to bench as well, Fabianski, Randolph, Ashby Zuma, Masuaku Fredericks, Ogbonna Noble, Chester's, Benrahma, or Nows. So if you're keeping score, two goalkeepers, 2 right backs, and 2 centre backs. Because when you have that many people, why not just put them all on the bench? Why not just put them on the bench? Do we think there are any places up for grabs for the Spurs game? My gut would say no, but I'm interested to see what you lot think. I'm interested to see what you lot think. The only one maybe would be Johnson if he plays well enough. Maybe would stop. Let's say Kufal doesn't regain fitness in time. Perhaps a really good Johnson performance would stop Ryan Fredericks for coming in for that game. It might be a bit much for him to play 3 games in a row, but I do think there's an opportunity there. Let me know how you feel. But hello, everyone. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. We are 15 minutes away from kickoff. It is live on BT Sport 2. If you're in the UK, I will be watching it as such. I might actually be almost caught up to you lot for once. I doubt it. But at the same time, I might be. Who knows? Alan's given us an example. Maybe Benrahma for Lanzini. I don't know. Not seeing Lanzini. I don't like not seeing Lanzini involved. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, in our last game, I don't think any of the front 4 were particularly lightning. I don't think they were smacking it about. So you could maybe make that argument. And just to make sure I don't miss one of the other, Scott, hello, Liar as per usual. Hello, good to see you, and Madman, of course. Hello, good to see you. Is that a train chuffing? Thomas the Tank Engine, yeah, I love that. Very exciting for me specifically. There's many pictures of me as a baby holding Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think I ever quite got over that. Still think Rice isn't good. Daniel, I'd like to show me where I said it. Show me when I said it. Do I still think we should sell him? Yes, but show me where I said he wasn't good. I've never said he wasn't good. Or maybe I have and I've forgotten, in which case, fair enough. Are there only 3 sites to watch it? Ryan, you're reading my mind, my friend. If you check the link in the description below, there's a thing called Discord. Click on that, join it. It's a completely free. It's a Hammers Chat community over there. Good place to talk about football and other stuff. But importantly, there's a bit called Stream Links in there where we post links to every single game. So if you're looking for somewhere to watch it, link in the description below. Discord, have a gander, have a look. Michael, good to see you. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope things are all good with you. Last live stream. Did I? I might have said that actually. I may have said it. Now you say it, it's in my head. It's in my head of maybe something I said. In which case, yes, I'll back it. He's trash. Kev says, hi Charlie, you feeling positive for tonight? Yes, as I was just saying. So usually the Europa League games are just screwing with me. They scare me so much. Usually I'm so calm, cool, and collected. Yet for some reason, just these European fixtures, I think it's because it's what I've wanted to see West Ham get to for such a long time. And I'm like, we actually have such a good opportunity of doing something here that it just scares me. But for some reason tonight, I'm significantly more confident. And so I ask you all in the chat, from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not confident at all, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result today, of West Ham getting a result today? Let me know. And I say I'm a 7. So despite my crushing fears, I'm actually pretty flipping confident. I'm pretty flipping confident. And like I said, I'll say 3-1 as my score prediction as well. But let's have a look at someone how confident you lot are. We've got to watch for complacency. There are these kind of games to on. This is exactly my point, Michael. This is exactly my point. I'm too used to seeing us slip up that the idea of this scares me. Although we should say, and we should be fair about it, and this is something I was saying on Two Spanners One Hammer, the Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you on Hammers Chat on patreon.com/Hammers Chat. I was saying on Two Spanners One Hammer that because Ray brought up the point. Ray said it first. I shouldn't claim it. Ray did say it first, but we're really professional at the moment, and this isn't the sort of thing. This isn't the sort of game we usually slip up. We've been pretty good at this right now. We've been pretty good. Rob's asking if I know any accountants. I know many, but Stuart Morris, bro, they don't get much better than that. They do not get much better than that. And again, I can tell you as a former accountant, just get someone else to do it, man. That's what I did. I left. I was an accountant, bun that off. Try to do videos instead as a job. Terrible. But at the same time, trust me, just get someone else to do it. Stuart Morris, preferably. Based in Ilford, West Ham fans, hooked us up, all that stuff. Liam saying, I need a haircut. You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Do you know what I really need desperately is a beard trim. I don't mind a long beard, but at the moment, this is just too much for me. It's just too much for me, so I need to get a shot of that. That's happening sooner rather than later. Next game on Sunday, the Spurs catch, you'll see that's gone. That's Gonzo. Not Gonzo, that's just gone. The hair, though, it's going to have to stay for a while. But the beard especially. Let's have a look at some of these confidence ratings, shall we? Because I'm interested. I suspect it's gonna be very high. I suspect it's gonna be very, very high. Let's go. 15, says Ray. Bold start. 7, 8, 9. European answer something special, Charlie. Yeah, very much so, Jimmy. I strongly agree with that. And I'm trying to, and I'm loving every minute of it at the moment. I can't lie. 10, have I got Chili Peppers tickets yet? No, I suspect I almost certainly won't be going for health stuff. But at the same time, my God, do I want to? I'll tell you what, when I'm making the thumbnail for the review later, I might just have to I'll just put on like Stadium Arcadium or something, just, vibe for a bit. Can I thank the great Ginger on Discord? Yes, of course you can. And we should all shout out to Ginge. Shout out to Jim, and also shout out, of course, to Ben as well, who both do it over there. They're taking turns and whatever. Absolutely blessing us all. Thank you very much. If either of you ever see this, thank you. I appreciate it, and so does everyone else. More importantly, everyone else does. I've used it a couple of times recently. I can't lie to you, but these lot use it consistently. So thank you. Shout out to them if you're looking for someone to shout out to. 8. I'm hoping for 3, 1, 7, 8.5, 8. Scroll. 8, Charlie 2-1 to Irons. Love to see that, Leon. Love to see that. 7.66 says the Broomfields. Fair. Good evening, Stephen. I hope you're well. Stephen, just coming and all that stuff. I've been listening to a lot of Adam recently again. It's a thing. I'm never confident, but 2-0. This is what I'm saying, Alan. It's overconfidence, isn't it? It's getting, when me and you start getting too confident right now about this, and it's a problem. You especially. Like me, I'm usually relatively calm, but like my giddy arm, 8. Guys, the Europa League is not special. Strongly disagree. European competition is always special. In the same way, the FA Cup's not special. It's just teams from England. Do you know what I mean? Every cup is special, and I think the Europa League is just as special. You're facing teams who deserve to be in European competition from all over Europe. It's an exciting time. It's something you don't get to see. Different styles, different players, different vibes, different stadiums. It's always a grand old time. Always a grand old time. Let's have a little look. I realized I scrolled past a lot of people. Haven't they told you the protagonist? I feel like Gandalf's not the protagonist, but I will take it. But I have got Gandalf, Chewbacca. There was a lot of stuff. Early doors Hammers chat. I tell you what, you want some rough stuff. Early doors Hammers chat conversations when I did have a significantly longer beard and a significantly longer hair. That was Gandalf. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. There was some comments. I'll tell you how much. Your beard is going into neck beard territory. I feel that pain. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just, there's also a patch here that never grows. It's very annoying. Also, there's a bit here which just grows weirdly out of everything else. I'm getting too deep. I'm getting too deep into it. The point is that I need to shave. Andrew asks, good to see you, Andrew. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. I'm all right. I'm not too bad. I'm struggling. Are you hyperventilating? A little bit. A little bit. I'm speaking at 800 miles an hour. So what I'm going to do in fact, yeah. I read that as well. I got very tired. If I bring up their team, if I press, which button is it? If I press this one, then I come to, where is it? Oh, they don't have their subs bench on there. I can click on it. When I looked at their bench and I flipping saw here, where is it? It's there. It's not John Pansel. I was so disappointed. I wanted it to be John Pansel's Paintsill, but it made me very excited. It made me very excited. I'm just trying to get formations and stuff up if I can. Because I'm not going to lie, right? I did the banners earlier. I did this banner. I've guessed. Like, Hrofsky. I've no idea where Hrofsky plays. None. I've just assumed they tend to play a 4-3-3. He was the name who didn't play in their last game, so I'm assuming he's the one. He's the one, but I don't know. So I'm trying to look at lineup, see what's going on there. Look at the bright side. You have a neck and a face. I just have a feck. My Irish side is very happy with that. My Irish side, if anything, my Irish side is very jealous of that. If you ask Madman, he might be able to arrange a foot plate ride for you on the stage train to fulfill your childhood dreams. When I was a kid, I won't go too deep into this for obvious reasons. When I was a kid, I did ride on Thomas the Tank Engine. There in Yorkshire somewhere, there was like full-size trains that were kitted out like Thomas and Friends. And it was by a hotel. I want to say it was somewhere in Halifax. I was super young at the time, but there's a picture. There's a very specific picture of me as like a toddler, unbelievably excited at the prospect of meeting Thomas IRL. Is Kral still asked Richard? Yes, he is. He is still unfortunately unavailable. Hopefully not for the long term, but he is still unavailable, unfortunately. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes away from kickoff, and I will ask you once more for your score predictions. Right at the end, score predictions. As the two bubbles is ringing out for the first time, the teams are about to come out. What are we saying? I'm saying 3-1. I'm sticking to that. I'm confident. I'm confident. Scared a little bit. Like I say, I do think they'll get a goal, but I'm pretty flipping confident. Remember, it's live on BT Sport 2 in the UK, but if you are looking for something, link in the Discord. Link in the description below to Discord. Click join our Discord. All that good stuff. Charlito! My man, Peach. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Did I just say my own name? Yes. But I hope you're well, my bro. I hope you're well. If you haven't subscribed already to West Ham Random, what are you doing, guys? What are you doing? Get on that. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions, shall we? 3-1, 4-2, 3-1, 4-2, mate. 3-1, 2-0. Yarmo will score. Love that. I'm excited to see how Yarmo plays. I'm pretty confident with that one. I'm going to say this, and don't get mad at me, but West Ham need to push themselves more. And they'll get top 4 this year. It's bold, Stephen. It's bold. I like it, though. I'm getting more and more confident at West Ham's ability to go further and further this year. To be fair to you, I'm loving that. I'm loving that level of confidence. 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 3-0. I bet there'll be a pen. Ooh, for who? For whom? For whom? 1-0. I was being too ambitious earlier. Okay, fair. 2-1, the Fenlands, Lincolnshire. Thank you for answering all of the questions at once, Leon. I didn't ask one because I just didn't have much time. When it's me and Gonzo, we tend to talk for a while before, so we don't have much time. But thank you, I appreciate it. I hope it's all good up there. But 2-1. 3-0, 3-0. Just a lot of spam. I will be deleting it as I can see it and as I can approach it. 4-0. Vlasic, 4 goals. Flipping it. 4 goals, Major. 4 goals for Vlasic. Bloody love that. Looking very handsome. Who, Ryan? It's not me, because that's just not true. I feel like death. I feel like utter death. Let's have a look. Rice was amazing. Ryan brings round us last week. Stephen, fair player. That must be Everton then. Fair enough. He was very good that game, to be fair. Rodrigo's asking how old I am. I'm 27, Rodrigo. I'm 27. And I feel 72. My back hurts. 2-0 win with that lineup. Okay. I mean, still confident, to be fair, still confident. Right, well, good to see you, Matthew. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope things are all good. As Wise Noble on the bench, good time to give him some time. I don't disagree. Rice and Souček is so important for us, but I don't disagree. And I want to see him play as much as possible, especially in the Europa League. You know what I mean? I want to see him out here doing bits in his last season with us. What are you watching game on? Asks Harrison. I'm watching on BT Sport 2. I have the BT Sport up on my second monitor. BT Sport 2 is how I'm watching it. So hopefully I'll be relatively in time with everyone. Hey, listen, we're just under 2 minutes away from kickoff. So I should say this one more time. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. We genuinely appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming for having to chat all of our match day good times and the watch along. Remember, I'll be live throughout the entire game, all the way through till halftime. I'll be live at halftime. Gonzo will join me. I'll run off for a pee. He'll be here. I'll come back. We'll talk at halftime. Then, of course, we will have the second half where I will be here until full time, just after, when Gonzo will come back for his live review, of the link of which I will put in the chat. So, hey, everyone, thank you very much for coming. Like I say, like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you very much. We're about to kick off here. The coin flip has happened. Everyone's just giving each other cheeky fist bumps. And we're getting one last look at the lineups, which I will tell you just in case you don't know. I'll bring it up at the bottom so I don't have to press the thing. Areola is in goal. Johnson, Diop, Dawson, Cresswell in defense. Rice, Souček as double pivot. Yarmolenko, Vlasic, Lanzini with Jared Bowen up front. Genk's lineup. I'm going to butcher all these names and I apologize. Van de Voet, Precado, Cuesta, Lukami, Ortega, Vorstveld, Heinen, Horfsky, Ito, Oniachu, and Bondonga. And it looks like I got the lineup correct as well as positioning. You love to see it. Like I say, one more time, if you're looking for links, description below, Discord, there's a place called Streamlinks in there. It's the way to live your life. It's the way to live your life. It's on the Paramount streaming apps in the States. There you go. Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate that. I will be saying that constantly. We are very close to 20k. We are probably about 100 away right now for 20k, which is insane. Mad. Enjoy the game. See you at halftime. Thank you very much, Woody. Good to see you. Hope guys got home in time. 8 o'clock kick was good for you, probably getting home in time. But enjoy the game. I'll see you at halftime, my bro. And so we are about to kick off here. It is live at the London Stadium. West Ham United play their third Europa League group game, hosting Genk. And we have a false kickoff there. He thought the whistle was blown. It wasn't. We've had to pull it back. Genk wants to kick off. I'm glad I didn't press go on the timer. And we're away, live at the London Stadium. It's West Ham United hosting Genk in the Europa League. That is where I am at time. Oh, there we go. That is where I'm at time-wise. So if you want to know how far or behind I am, then you can see. And yeah, let's get going. Big flipping plays. Todd is here. Todd, good to see you, my friend. Hi, Hammers fans in the UK and the rest of the world for that matter. Todd here, signing in from sunny Boston. Nice to see you, Todd. Hope you're good. Hope all is well over there. Look at that. False start, 5-yard penalty, 2 down. Listen, I understood. I know what those words mean out of context, but in context, lost. Right, let's block that. Thankfully, I saw that as it happened. Early foul there on Jared Bowen. Just getting bundled. He's in pain. Hopefully he recovers from it. He got bundled over there and just looked to be a little bit squashed by Lucemi. That's how I'm going to say it. Prepare to hear a lot of mispronunciations this stream. Have you part ways with your orange juice as of yet? Yeah, I've got none, mate. I've got none. It's very sad. It's very sad that I don't have any. I wish I did, but I just don't. Water only for me. It is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? Jared Bowen plays the free kick in. Rice, front post, can't quite do anything with it. But West Ham getting a lot of people forward here. And a lot of people staying forward for West Ham here. Yarmolenko picks up on the right-hand side. Couple of step overs, try to play it in towards Jared Bowen, who it does look like early doors is going to be taking up that central striker role. We'll see how it goes. But it seems that way. Ray, I bet Moyes is excited by their striker. It's very tall. I'd go with he. I probably wouldn't call him an it for a start, but that's fair. He is a big boy, isn't he? He is a very big boy. I'm excited by him. Let alone David Moyes. I'm excited by him. There is also a Mexican on the Genk team. Is there? Let me look at the names. Am I going to be able to tell? I assume it's their right back. That's my. Oh no, it could be Cuesta as well. Or it could be Ortega as well. Forget that. I'm on a road to nowhere there. Also, I did see your thing, Rodrigo. I remember Barrera playing for us, but I never had the pleasure. JB Games YT rolling up with what you saying, broski? NMB? What are you saying? 3 p.m. here. It's 8 a.m. there. Good evening to all. I'd love a 3 p.m. kickoff. I would love a 3 p.m. kickoff. I just like earlier kickoffs. I can't lie. I hate waking up for them. Despise waking up for them. But I love just getting it done. I love it just happening. You know what I mean? So what happened to Spurs? If anyone does know fully what happened to Spurs, because I've seen people saying they lost, but I didn't watch it. So if anyone can let Richard know, and by extension me, then I'd love that. Genk trying to play through the lines, but West Ham looking very organised at the moment. To start with, you've got Dawson at left centre back, Diop at right centre back. The line was pretty decent, if we're being honest. They were holding strong. And Bowen is the one who's playing up front, in case there was any doubts. Bowen is the striker in this role, with Yarmolenko taking up position on the right. Oh, Titch, my boy. How are you, my friend? How are you? I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Hammers Fans United, what are you doing? What are you doing? Subscribe to Hammers Fans United, bruv. Titch is a boy. Titch is an absolute boy. Get involved. If we win this game in the next one, we can't be topped by anyone else, can we? I believe that is the case, Ray. I believe that is the case. I did see someone else talking about this in the chat during the build-up section of the show. I believe that to be the case. I'm not certain. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I do believe that is the case. If we beat Genk today and we beat Genk in the next game, there isn't a single team who can top us. We will guarantee to win this group with 2 games left. Love that. Love that. Spurs lost 1-0. Love to see that. You love to see it. I'm totally fine with that. Me and the wife got a bet on tonight if West Ham wins. It's a win-win. It is a win-win. If I'll finish it out. I'll finish reading it out. Me and the wife have a bet on tonight. If West Ham wins, I get to peg her. And if they lose, she gets to peg me. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. You love to see it, Stephen. You love to see it. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's just situations which they just work out for the best. And this way, it's either way. It's good times. I'm trying to open a commentary on the West Ham app. Does it work for you? Don't know. I've not tried, to be honest with you, mate. I've not tried. If you're looking for something, Discord, link below. Have a click on that. There's links in there, but I don't know. A very important video coming up soon on Twitch. I'm very excited for this, Wally. I'm very excited for this. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. John, there should be, if there isn't, if you see Ginger or AFA16 around, feel free to have a look at them. At the same time, what I would say is the top link in the Discord, the one that's like Reddit, soccer streams, something. That's usually pretty good. That's usually pretty good for me, regardless, even if there isn't a brand new one in there. In the stream links section on Discord. Have a gander. West Ham looking relatively calm, opening 5 minutes. Not a lot of threats coming from Genk's way. They're not committing too many people forward. Like I say, Genk aren't in the best of forms themselves. They've struggled in the Europa League so far. They got beat 3-0, for example, by Zagreb, who we, of course, beat 2-0 away. It's not happening. And Onuachu, who we were linked with very heavily, the striker, the big boy up front they have, he's not been anywhere near as close form as he has been for a while. So it's good to see. I think we've got this one in the bag, but they're playing pretty defensively. They're keeping pretty tight. but they've not really got forward at all. The counter-attacking, you can keep tight as long as your counter-attacking play is decent enough. But so far, not a lot from them in that sense. West Ham being the more aggressive of the two teams, or being the more successful of the two teams in that sense. Yarmolenko doing well there to out muscle Onyechu to some extent and regain possession of the ball for West Ham United. Love to see it. Love to see it. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, Kevin. Hope things are all good. Is Antonio injured? Says Michael Brown. I believe he's just being rested. I haven't heard the words he is injured, but I could be wrong. Ray, you would have to double check with the people in there. Again, I'm not sure if any mods are around in there. I haven't looked. To be honest, I haven't looked. But yeah, Judas, my boy, Judas is here. You love to see it. Oh, and Mr. Pardew. All the boys are here. Mr. Pardew, hope you're well. Mr. Pardew, what's your expert take on this game? What's your vibes? What's your feelings? What's your emotions ahead of it? Let me know. Stan Smith. Hello, Charlie. Love to see you reviewing the Mighty Hammers once again. Also, just so you know, I won't be here on Sundays. I'm watching West Ham United versus Spurs. Good. I'm glad, Stan. Hope you enjoy it, mate. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be trying to live on this very channel. It'll be difficult. No, Antonio on the bench. Yeah, I believe he's just being rested, but I might be wrong about that. Again, let me know. I haven't seen the words Antonio is injured, but I've been so busy that I haven't been checking up on news and everything that's going on at the moment. Johnson trying to take the ball down the right-hand side, a little dink, one left and right, trying to find the space to get a ball in. Couldn't quite do that, and it goes out for a goal kick for Genk. I feel nervous predicting the same type of game as against Rapid Vienna. I would take that. I would happily take that, to be fair. If the result was the same as well, I'd more than happily take that. I'm also nervous. I've said 3-1. For some reason, I'm a little more confident in this than I was in that one, which doesn't make sense to me. That's a good ball down the right-hand side for Genk. They're through here. They need numbers. They can't quite find the ball. Ball across for Onyechu. It's in. Oh, the flag went up. My God, the ball through was good. The ball through down the right-hand side was very good. The right wing was flying through. They needed the right numbers to actually convert it, and it looked like West Ham were in a decent enough position. Yeah, I think maybe just offside there, the winger, at first thought. Onyechu's trying his best. You can see he doesn't have the pace to get into the area. He's a bit like Cole in that sense, but the ball across to him is good. Dawson can't get there. I think it's Ito who plays the ball across, but he can't get any sort of control on it. He can't finish it. All it requires is a touch from Onyechu, but his touch just sort of goes backwards. Thankfully, there was I say thankfully, in terms of Genk, there was a player there to header it in with that final touch. However, it does get done for offside. It remains 0-0. My God. I was very nervous there. I was very nervous. Told you, yeah. I mean, you did call it literally just before. Kada, you can watch the game in the description below. Discord, click that. There's a bit called Stream Links. Have a look over there. Otherwise, it's on BT Sports 2 in the UK and on the Paramount streaming app in the US, I believe. I think that's what was said. It was the Paramount app. Have I already forgotten? Probably. There we go. Antonio's just been rested for the match. This is good. Thank you very much. 3-1 West Ham. Masterclass by Moyes. Love to see it, Stan. Love to see it. West Ham trying to create some space down the right-hand side. Vlasic is there. He plays it across the 6-yard box. It was one of those ones where I don't know if it's a shot. I don't know if it's a cross, but he plays it across the 6-yard box. I'd be surprised if it was a shot, seeing it was such a tight angle, but he does well to find the space, to be fair. And there's just no one there to follow it up. Bowen was a bit too close to him, so he couldn't really get a touch on it. He wasn't close enough to get a touch, and Yarmolenko on the far post wasn't ready for it. So unfortunately, nothing early doors. Counter-attacks can be a problem with Dawson in a squad. I don't necessarily disagree. I think that... How do I word this? Yes... I think look, if he's in a 1v1 foot race, that's going to be an issue. And the Genk disallowed goal was that they got in behind well. They got in behind because they were offside, I guess. But really, in reality, they got in behind well. The ball across the box was worrying to me. It was behind all of our centre backs who were running with their front to goal, which is never a good thing. Played directly across all of them, and a slightly luckier forward, maybe to say that, because I think Oniachu is maybe a bit unlucky with that, and that's 1-0 Genk. So we'll see. But as long as the ball's in front of Dawson, we're not too bad. We're not too bad. Lanzini nods it down for Cresswell, who tries to strike it either across goal or at goal. It's out for a corner. Out for a corner to West Ham. Out on that left-hand side, 12 minutes gone. Outside of Genk's disallowed goal, they've not really had much in this game so far. Not really had much. Hopefully Dave will get to West Ham to another final like Alan did in 2006, but with a win, Europa League winners 2021. I hope. It would be beautiful, Mo. It would be beautiful. And of course, Mr. Pardew, if we were to give him his full and proper title, is in the chat today. So he knows what it takes to get a team to finals like that. Here is the corner. It's Aaron Cresswell standing over it on the left-hand side. West Ham not really looking super organized to attack this one. Usually you like to see a bit of a train, a bit of attack. This one not really going at it. It's played in, just headed away by Oniachu, who towered over Issa Diop, which gives you some idea of how flipping big he is. How flipping big he is. I've read this one ahead of time, but I'll read it again. Steve and I will just read blind at this point. I got my wife a drink we had in London called Dixon Cider. She really loved it. You love to see it. It's just pleasing the wife. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Robert, did you see Souček's face? Do you think he should have got sent off? I don't believe so. It was horrendous. I think the play should have been stopped. I'm surprised it wasn't. There's another good ball through. Ooh, Ariola comes out there and stops it. It was a moment where I thought that could have been a foul, but it's another ball over the top where Genk are getting in behind. I'm not sure what player that is. What player is it who's playing out on the right for Genk? Is it Ito? Or Bongonda? It's either Bongonda or Ito, but one of the two of them is getting into very good positions consistently right now. And again, Genk early doors weren't really springing any sort of counter attack upon us. They were sat very deep, but they weren't getting forward in any sense with that fast counter attack, which is what they're sort of looking for. They're playing a 5-4-1-ish kind of thing, or 4-5-1-ish kind of thing. But that's a great ball over the top, all the way from the goalkeeper. Played. I'm not sure who that is. Again, I need to look up who's on what side for them. But that was a great run. Close. Let's just have a brief gander. Can I find it? That would be useful. So if we are looking at this, so we're seeing it's Ito here, I think, who's getting into really good positions. Our line here is playing quite high because we are so forward. We are attacking so much compared to them that the line is quite high. So Ito specifically is playing right on his last man. And that ball from Van der Voort just right over the top. Ito went flying through. Ariola comes out and stops them. There's a clash here, but it's close, and it's something we're definitely going to have a look at. Something we're definitely going to have to be sort of paying attention to, because it is what it is. What's my score prediction? As I've said 3 times already, it's 3-1 to West Ham. 3-1 to West Ham is what I'm feeling, what I'm vibing. I feel like that's maybe too confident, but I'm keeping it. They do look to be pacey. They do be pacey looking. Another ball over the top again. Ito he's just gunning for it. Was he a FIFA Wonder Kid? When was that? How old is he? I know nothing about him. I feel like I should, but nothing. Where's Tit Chat? Changing his name by default. Another foul there on Jared Bowen from Lucini, who I think is probably, I don't know if he's been told to man mark him, but he's on him twice now. He's fouled him. He's just bundled him over twice. So I don't know whether he's been told specifically to man mark him or what, but not looking great. Not looking great. Cheeky pint or a Charlie, a pint or a cheeky cocktail. Obviously I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol, so it would be a pint of water, I guess. Orange juice, Coke, whatever. But orange juice, lemonade, banger. However, if I was to imagine which one of those I would prefer, I imagine I'd prefer a cocktail. I imagine in my head, a pint is like a Pepsi, like a normal Pepsi. A cocktail is like a Fanta fruit twist. You know what I mean? Pepsi Max I prefer, but Fanta fruit twist I prefer to a normal Pepsi. You know what I mean? Good run by Ben Johnson, almost getting in round back there, couldn't quite make it. Genk, just a lot of people back. Well, everyone essentially, apart from Oniachu. And then whichever side of the ball, if say we go down the left-hand side or go down the right-hand side, that winger on that side will drop back to sort of form an auxiliary wing back almost. Whereas the winger on the other side will stay sort of a little bit forward to give you that counter-attacking option. But right now, West Ham have the ball about 40 yards away from goal, and every single Genk player is watching them, waiting for them. To give you some idea of what we're saying here when it comes to their space. Bowen and Yarmolenko just trying a little cheeky link up there. Didn't quite work out. The two from Bowen doesn't quite find a Yarmo. Oniachu all the way back gets dispossessed by Yarmolenko brilliantly. Lanzini, Yarmolenko, back to Lanzini down the right-hand side. He's in a great position. Looking for Souček in the box, maybe. Couldn't quite find him. There was a moment there where it looked like an amazing opportunity. Lanzini had the ball just by the corner flag on the right-hand side. He found all of the space, picks up the ball from, I think, Yarmolenko or Bowen. I can't remember which one. And Souček started storming towards the penalty spot for near post kind of area to try and attack a header. And the ball just doesn't come in. It could have, maybe should have. Doesn't quite work out. And now Genk on the counter-attack, just passing the ball around. I say counter-attack, they've just got control of the ball in a very advanced area here. Just passing it around, just inside the area, just outside the area. Oniachu's a big boy. The ball there into Paul wasn't great, but he was so tall. He was so flipping tall that he could just get there. But we're having to pay attention. I'll be honest, there's a lot of... Genk are playing very much on the last man here. They're playing very much on that line of the last man, and they're getting it right more often than they're not. And maybe our backline needs to be a little bit more aware of that. They're not in horrendous positions. Ben Johnson was a little bit forward there, but he was stepping towards the person with the ball, to be fair. So it's not the end of the world, but we do need to sort of be aware of what's going on with these opportunities. It's a problem, but the ball forward from West Ham here is good. Bowen couldn't quite get there. Lucini, I think it is, controls it, plays into a dead end. But we're seeing that pressing from West Ham again here. And this is more pressure than before. And we've won a corner because good work, Manuel Lanzini and Jared Bowen there, both just pressurizing them, trying to cut out the passing options and forcing Genk into a poor pass. And it's a corner for West Ham out on the right hand side. Lemon Fanta, I do love a lemon Fanta. Lemon Fanta is beautiful. I cannot lie to you. The first time I had it, it was revolutionary, right? It was absolutely revolutionary. Love that. Pint of water is cheap date. Then I'm a very cheap date, Scott. I cannot lie to you. I'm an unbelievably cheap date. Bowen with the corner from the right-hand side, plays it short. Rice looks to try and cross it in. Does. Header. Save from the Genk goalkeeper. It was a header from Souček at the back post. It was a looping cross a little bit, so he couldn't really get much power on it. He's sort of having to go backwards and attack. He can't attack it. It wasn't like an Andy Carroll attack on a looping cross, for example, but he does get good accuracy on it, forces a save from the Genk goalkeeper. West Ham still maintain possession of the ball outside the area, trying to just play it around here, find a little bit of space. Lanzini's on there, dinks it over the top. He's looking for Bowen. The idea was good, just a little bit too far ahead, and the Genk goalkeeper Van der Voort gets the save. Do you know what? That Souček header's better on it the second time I see it as well. Again, he's not really got power on it, but the direction was good, and the goalkeeper does well to get down. It's sort of in an awkward position for him. It's low, right near him, so it's difficult to get down that fast. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Johnson was converted from a winger, wasn't he? As far as I know, which is weird because he's definitely better defensively than he is going forward. But as far as I'm aware, he was a converted winger. Yeah. Jamie asks, "Is your religion why you don't drink and have that beard and hair and all of this? Is it your religion? Do you not drink because of your religion and also have that stupid flipping haircut?" No. I just decided never to start. Have no issues with it. If you want to do it, go hog wild. Do you know what I mean? But in the same way as I don't smoke or anything else, I just never started and thought. The honest truth is I never started, right? And when it was my 21st birthday, I realized I'd never had anything. And at that point, I was like, I've got enough vices with my eating habits and everything else. I probably shouldn't start. It's probably just healthier. So I never did. But yeah. No, not a religious thing. Not a religious thing. I almost wish it was. But no. Right, let's see. Been a stop-start game. What is Vlasic's best position? It has been quite a stop-start. For me, I think he's best just behind the striker, or at least that's what it seemed like when we were signing him the first time. Because he was doing really good in CSK. I'll just say this. Don't spam. He was doing really well at CSK just behind the striker. And we don't play him here. We tend to play him out on the left-hand side. Again, we're seeing here again, he's on the left-hand side again today. The thing is now we sort of have this three, and so Lanzini and him can sort of rotate around quite a bit, but we tend to play him out on the left-hand side most of the time, whereas I believe his best position is just behind the striker. But to be fair to him, he's there right now, for example, and Ben Rama's doing so well at the moment that it's difficult to give him that sort of game time in that space, because I think Ben Rama's having such a good season. You know, West Ham playing the ball around, they have possession of it, trying to find any sort of space to get a cross in down either wing or just any sort of space whatsoever. And they're finding it, but they can't quite find that final pass yet. Similar a little bit to the Everton game to an extent. We're dominating here, but we're not finding opportunities. There's a good 1-2 though between Souček and Bowen. Souček fires it across goal. There was no one really there. I mean, there was a player steaming in. I don't see who it was. I think it was Jared Bowen. No, it wasn't Bowen. Who was it? Was it Vlasic maybe? Might be Vlasic. It was a good 1-2 with Bowen to get the space for Souček, and he sort of pings it across. It's a bit close for Vlasic to get hold of it. No one else on the far post to try and pick that up. It was very powerful cross. It wasn't the best cross you're ever going to see in your life, to be honest. It was more of a pile drive across goal. And it could have been a shot that he mishit and it goes wide. But either way, it goes out for a Genk throwing of all things. But again, West Ham are just trying to find that space now, trying to find that final ball and not quite getting there as of yet. Fanta is German in origin. Really? It was a substitute because the Germans could not get a Coca-Cola. Really? Is that true? I did not know that. Well, Fanta Fruit Twist bangs. I'll tell you that much. Fanta Fruit Twist bangs. JJ, good to see you, my friend. I don't drink or smoke either, Charles. I'm straight edge, if you know the phrase, by the way. I do. Best in the world and all that. If you know the phrase. I do. It's a good ball down to Johnson on the right-hand side. Tries to pull it across. Bowen. Oh, it was well worked again. West Ham are starting to find quick 1-2s, which are finding good space. And again here, it was Johnson who finds his way to basically to the touchline, not the touchline, the goal line, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the word right now. Pulls it back across goal, and Bowen's there, and he swings at it and completely misses. Cresswell then tries to play it in back towards either him or Vlasic. Can't quite get there. Unlucky West Ham. Very close. I don't know if I would describe myself as straight edge as such, but I by definition I am, and I do know the phrase. In your opinion, who do you think is better, Fabianski or Areola? I think it's very close. I'm very excited to see how it works out this season, and I think by the end of the season, personally, I would say it probably will be Areola. But at this point, I can understand why Moyes trusts Fabianski more. But Areola is also younger, so we'll see. Here, because my stream died. Welcome, D-Bot. If you need another one, my friend, Discord and the link below. Have a click, have a join. Completely free to join. West Ham community over there. Lovely stuff. There's a bit called Stream Links. You can find what you're looking for in there. But hey, stick around, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Bowen air kick. I know. Frustrating. Starting to knock on the door. I agree. Cheeky 1 points are nice. Cheeky 1 points all good. Fantastic. At one point was called Schnitzel. What is a schnitzel? Isn't a schnitzel like a pastry thing? I don't actually know. I don't know. Ito on that right hand side now, trying to West Ham have a whole bunch of people back, but he manages to fire a ball across well enough in the area. It wasn't bad there. Ito's causing us problems down that right hand side, to be fair. We had a huge amount of people back there. It felt like a wall of West Ham players just in the way, and he seemed almost frozen by it, but fires in a low cross, sort of avoiding everyone. And if there's a Genk player reacts to that, you could be seeing a goal. They don't. Yarmolenko is the one who ends up getting the clearance. It comes across and Yarmolenko reacts best to it, clears it away. But it's happening. Ito's causing us some issues. Ito's the one so far. Played into Oniachu there from Ito. Oniachu, Dawson battling. My God. Oniachu's just huge, isn't he? It's like Andre the Giant in a battle royale. He's just towering. I mean, there aren't many people who, like Greg Dawson, listen, he's not the strongest player in the world, but he doesn't get out-muscled like that often. And he's just flipping, stopping him. The touch from, I mean, to be fair, the touch from Oniachu is not good, but he just brushes Dawson aside like he doesn't exist. Manages to get a hit. It ends up hitting off Areola / Dawson for a Genk corner, but he's bloody massive. He is huge. He is huge. Corner for Genk. Whipped in. They were looking for Oniachu. It's not that good, to be honest. Bowen's clearance potentially worse. He's what seemed like time and space. Oniachu controls it, lays it down. Hit from Genk. Easy catch in the end for Areola. It deflects up off a West Ham defender's foot and easily into the hands. But yeah, a poor clearance there from Bowen. Had a good opportunity. West Ham on the counter attack from Areola, who throws it out quickly. Cresswell gets forward, tries to play a pass, deflects out. Bowen does well to Harry again. West Ham pressing well here, forcing Genk into just endless, aimless kicking. You love to see it. It's amazing how Omos can be fighting for the tag team titles in Saudi and playing up front for Genk at the same time. I know it's wild, and yet here we are. He's doing bits as well. You got to respect it. I'm not going to watch the show as much as I want to see Reigns versus Lesnar and the women's star. Nah. West Ham playing the ball around just outside the area here. Trying to find that final pass. We're patient today with that. Yarmolenko, a big ball over the top, finds Cresswell in a good position. Cresswell tries to fire it across Vlasic. Again, fine margins from West Ham, incredibly fine margins. Cresswell plays it in, and Vlasic tries to get a sort of header onto it to nod it on just over Jared Bowen, who was very close by. Lanzini was also there, and it's just, again, West Ham are doing brilliantly here to just create many chances. They're doing very good ball in from Cresswell, just a little bit over Bowen, but not a bad one at all, and it's cleared away for a West Ham corner. We are knocking on the door. Whoever said the words knocking on the door is very accurate. We are knocking on the door here. We are creating a lot. We're taking our time. We're patient in and around the area. This is not a stereotypical David Moyes West Ham performance by any stretch of imagination. But we're patient. We're taking our time. They have a lot of people in and around the box, and we're more than happy to just try to find that little final pass. The problem with Arsenal is they always try to walk it in joke, but it's kind of true, right? And that's kind of what's happening here. The corner into the back post. High and wide. It's going to be a goal kick, but Dawson almost there. A late run came steaming in. He would have done amazing to have done that. But to be fair, he does well. Rises up. It maybe just hits off the Genk player before it gets to him, and it does go out for a goal kick. But still, we're happy to take our time when we're in and around the area. We're happy to take their time. Genk sit deep. They have a lot of boys about, and we're trying nice little cute, maybe too cute at times, but I don't think so. Not for me. Cute little 1-2s and stuff to create a little bit of space. But West Ham are fully in control of this game right now. We do have to be aware of the counter-attack. Yarmolenko does well there. Tried to just play a pass over to Cresswell, who was in acres of space, couldn't quite manage it. But Yarmolenko causing problems. We are completely in control of this game. Genk are not getting anywhere close enough to Aaron Cresswell specifically, who's got a lot of space. When we are crossing the ball, when we're getting it, when we're switching sides, switching play, Cresswell is in acres of space constantly here, and we're asking questions that they don't have answers to right now. We're doing well. We're doing part to the feet of Yarmolenko, who looks up, tries to just get it around to Ben Johnson, couldn't quite manage it. A nice idea, but again, it's close. These are the fine margins. If that pass works out, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, and it's not quite getting there, but it's happening. It's happening right now for West Ham. We are fully in control of this game. If you said to me there'll be a goal in the next 5 minutes, I'd say it's West Ham. Also, I can see Evan. There's Evan. Hello, Evan. Sorry, it cut to the crowd. I just saw someone I know called Evan. I was like, Evan. Evan Jones, if you don't subscribe to him on YouTube, go check him out. Anyway. What's the situation on our right back for the weekend? It's an interesting question, Matthew, that I'm not sure about. I believe, again, Kufal's just been rested for this one. I think he could have played, but I think it's a case of him just being like, do you know what? We'll take our time. We'll have an extra game off sort of thing. So I suspect Kufal will be fine. If not, it'd be a straight shot between Johnson and Fredericks. And I would be shocked if it wasn't Fredericks, only because Johnson's played 2 games in a row. However, he's not looking bad right now. He's not looking bad. So that would be my vibe. Who would you play, Matthew? If the choices for you were between Ryan Fredericks and Ben Johnson to start at Spurs at the weekend, who would you pick? Matthew and anyone else in the chat if you want to get involved. Thank you for the stream. Jayless, you're more than welcome. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video, all that good stuff. Greetings from Germany. Hope all is well over there. Hope all is well in Deutschland. Genk are just a big side, aren't they? They're just a lot of big boys. Just a lot of big boys. Yarmolenko doing well with the ball. Just trying, again, we're taking our time here. Souček with a poor pass. Just trying to thread it, but just doesn't quite work out. But Bryce intercepts the counter attack. Bryce again allowing Souček to get forward into these areas, which is good to see, and covering well because he has that. He's so aware in those positions. He looks for the 1-2 there with Lanzini, who can't quite find him, and now Genk maybe on the counter attack. Ito out on the right hand side. There's way more West Ham players than there are Genk, to the point where Ito is forced backwards, and so are Genk, all the way back to their centre backs now. Good defending from West Ham there. There was a dangerous counter attack potentially on the offing for Genk, and it just doesn't. They just get enough people back. There was so many people back very, very quickly. So it happens. Didn't rise Tottenham, but Tottenham lost earlier, but looking promising for Sunday. Yes, probably. I'm scared to say this. Maybe the right time to play Tottenham. Maybe the right time to play Tottenham, but we'll see. I'd 100% play Fredericks if Kufal can't play. Fair. Okay. Fredericks, obviously. Wally, listen, there's no debate there. There's no debate there whatsoever, my friend. Your commentary is awesome. Lying, but thank you very much, Stanley. Appreciate it, but again, complete lies. Lanzini way too deep all the time. Potentially, I mean, he's looking deep to try and get involved in play and to link it up. Maybe, but he does get involved. He is getting involved in forward areas, but he's just not afraid to drop deep, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, especially for a team like Genk. They're playing 3 in the middle. You maybe want someone in there who can just give enough options to make sure you can continue to get the ball forward. Vlasic was offside there in a very basic manner. Surprised. But yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean by saying he's too deep. He is definitely deeper than you would suspect him to be. But I don't know. They're 3rd in the Conference League group. Flipping heck. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was going that badly. Man. Unreal. They did change 11 players. That is very true, Major. And to be fair to them, if you're Tottenham, are you going to prioritize the Conference League or are you going to prioritize the league? You'd probably prioritize the league. And that's not to diss the Conference League. For example, if we were in the Conference League, I would have been very, very happy. It's just a case of saying, well, Tottenham are a team who are good enough to get top 4 this season, to get top 6, should be getting top 6 this season, in which case they're fighting for Europa League anyway. And so you want to make a statement in the league, and then in the Europa Conference League, it's kind of by the by for you. It'd be a different story for a club like ours, but for Tottenham specifically, you would probably prioritise the league. To be fair, although going out in the Conference League group stages is it's not the best look. Not the best look. Fired across goal from Genk. Bryce cancels it out. It's a corner, but again, Genk are getting. I tell you what, Genk don't look amazing, but what I will say is they are getting into interesting positions and firing it low across the box consistently in a dangerous manner. They don't do it super frequently, but they are doing it consistently. We're stopping them from getting crosses high into the box, which is maybe what you would expect from Genk, given the fact they've got Oniachu in there. They've done it there, and Oniachu gets his head on it. Just wide flipping at poor Oniachu. And again, you would expect them to be doing that more. You would expect them to be getting the ball lofted into the box towards him more often, but they're more often than not. In fact, I think that's the first time I've really seen them do it. They're just firing it low and hard across the box, and we're having to scramble to stop it. And they've got a corner from that, right? So what's happened there is they've gone to try and do it. Ball being played around right by the right-hand corner flag, trying to find a space. We're all sort of standing around, stopping them, blocking them. And it's just a little bit of ingenuity. Gets it onto his right foot, hoofs it, loops it into the box towards Oniachu. Ariola comes to try and punch it, misses, because Oniachu gets his head on it originally. It's a foul by Thomas Souček there, just bundling the boy over. And the header, thankfully, he's too underneath it. It loops over, and it does go wide. It was close, though. It was flipping close, maybe a bit too close for comfort. So as we say, West Ham in complete control of this game, basically have been the entire time, but Genk have countered relatively well, and they've created chances. I'm not going to sit here and say we're lucky to still be at 0-0 because I don't think that's the case. But it wouldn't surprise me if you looked at the XG, potentially Genk having a higher XG than us so far, because they've got their chances have lessened. They've been less chances, but I think they've been decent. They have been decent. Genk started well, but the confidence will be low. One goal could lead to another. Very true, Adrian. I do strongly agree with that. That is very true. That is very true. That's a very fair point. Arsenal for life saying, I'm jealous of West Ham. Wish we was in Europe. You probably will be very soon, mate. I wouldn't be too jealous. Spurs should have a full second string capable of handling their own conference, but they don't. Yeah, I mean, they've been mishandled massively for a hot minute. To be fair, which is probably why they're in that situation. Can't see where the goal is coming from. Disappointing at the moment. It's coming maybe like this. Aaron Cresswell down the left-hand side. Again, he's got so much time and space. The crossing, looking for Souček, who's tackling it. I'll tell you what's been good today. We can talk about being disappointed in a second, potentially. But I'll tell you what. It's played in. Yarmolenko's in the box here. He's on the right-hand side trying to find something. Plays it back to Lanzini. Again, West Ham just taking their time, passing the ball around. Ben Johnson. Lanzini, Yarmolenko's drifted in. You're looking for Bowen, who's tried to make a movement in. So it was Vlasic who made the move. Bowen finds the ball, plays it out to Cresswell awkwardly, but Cresswell does get it. Again, West Ham are just knocking on the door. Hey, Cresswell manages to wriggle for a little bit, but can't quite do anything with it. West Ham trying a little something there. Jarrod Bowen hits it. The second Jarrod Bowen picked up that ball there, he only had the eye for the shot. There were maybe better options around him, but he had nothing in his mind apart from shooting. Ends up popping it off. It deflects from the Genk defender out for a West Ham corner. This is what I was about to say. If you're looking for where a West Ham goal is going to be coming from right now, Derek, I would say it's from those sort of opportunities. We are getting them. The problem is there's so many people back for Genk that it's lessening the opportunity for that to be super effective. But we are getting the opportunities. It's just a case of that final pass just being a little bit better, maybe committing a couple more people. That's kind of what we're looking for. Short corner, Vlasic to Cresswell, back to Vlasic, laid off, looking for Yarmolenko on the edge of the box. Good interception from Genk now, who can counter-attack well. Declan Rice just stops it, says no, and they're forced all the way back here, Genk. It's a throw into Genk inside their own half. There was a moment there where it looked like they could counter-attack, but Declan Rice thankfully just stopping it. So yeah, you're saying where are we going to score from? Look, we're taking our time in those positions, but that's because Genk are giving us the time. There is a lot of people back, and we are able to sit there and pick and choose where we're going to move. The problem is when we do get the crosses in, Souček has been committing forward, and that's something I really like to see. Souček has been committing in very advanced positions when we do get wide, and there's time to do it. Not when we're building up through the middle, not when we're nice intricate play through the middle. When we're building up wide, Souček is committing a lot, which is good, but he's maybe the most committed to those situations, and we're firing the ball across. And a lot of the time, there's just no one there to be doing it, which is fine. All you need is the rub. All you need is people to just commit a little bit to goal. Just sprint for it, follow the ball a little bit. When it's coming across goal, we need to be already mid-commitment to getting that final touch to scoring. And that's close. That's only a little adjustment, and we could be 1-2 goals up here. Equally, we do need to be aware of when we're defending. Again, we're looking it looks like most frequently, we're looking like we think Genk are just going to lob it in towards Oniachi's head. And to be fair, I would be thinking that too. However, they are firing the ball across low and hard consistently. When they get into those positions, that's how they're choosing to attack, and it's causing us issues. We're covering it relatively well so far, but it does always look a little bit panicked and a little bit rushed. And that's something we need to be looking at when we're going in at half time here. Maybe Moyes, don't know if he'd make any personnel or tactical substitutions, but maybe just be aware of what's going on. Maybe just make the players aware, just letting them know, look, we need to be aware of Ito, he's causing issues. Stuff like that. But again, the West Ham pressure here is good, forcing Genk into uncomfortable passes, into uncomfortable runs, and they've dealt with that relatively well, but the pressure is good. Wow, it's well done, to be fair, by the Genk player who just knocks it and runs. They're number 10. Up against Ben Johnson here, Souček comes across to help. Forces him centrally, back out wide. Yarmolenko can't quite stop it. The number 5 puts it high and wide. Cresswell, with all the time, Cresswell hurried there. There was a moment where it looked like he had a lot of time. Oh, that's a pull from Genk. And now West Ham are on the counter-attack. This is a good position. If you can find the right pass, Aaron Cresswell finds Bowen, who has to go backwards. There was a moment there. If he switched plays, Yarmolenko was open. It doesn't quite work out. He plays it down the line, looking for Nikola Vlasic, who wins a throw. There was a moment there where I thought that was the counter-attack and the goal, but it didn't quite happen. I don't like these short corners. I'm not super keen on them myself, Peter, to be fair. I'm not super keen on them myself, to be fair. I think it's fine, but to be honest, our corners haven't been great for a while, so it happens. We scored, of course, on one last game, but usually... what did I click on? Bowen just isn't made to be a striker. IMO, he hasn't the natural instinct to look at 4 options where to aim. He just blasts it. I would back that. He always has his eyes for goal. And in that situation specifically, he could have laid it off. He could have done something with it, but instead he just, the second he had the ball, he knew he was shooting, and he was trying to force a situation in which he could shoot instead of maybe passing it, which was a better option, in my opinion. West Ham playing a rail. Cresswell in. I couldn't even see the ball there. Cresswell works the ball well. Again, this is what I'm saying. Yarmolenko, I'll tell you what, is doing well to create some space here. Vlasic finds Cresswell in a good position, storming into the area, fires it across the face of goal, looking for that final touch by Bowen. He just can't quite get there. And I didn't know where it happened, but now I see the replay. The goalkeeper snuffs it out well. There was a moment where I thought it could have gone in. Another good opportunity. And again, this is where these goals are probably going to come on. This is from where our goals are probably going to come from. Bowen tries to spin round there. Vlasic picks up the mantle from him. Cresswell tries to whip it in, deflected. It's yet another corner to West Ham United. We are in the 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half here. We are into the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Be interested to see the stats. I'm going to have a look at stats after this bit. Corner on the left-hand side for West Ham United. Remember, if you're new around here, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. Cresswell over to take it. Put in. Dawson's there. Heads it. Loops. Yes. It's in. It's in. I tell you what, you'd be disappointed if you were Genk. It wasn't beautiful. If I said to you, "Oh, West Ham scored a headed corner," you think of something more powerful. You think of Dawson running and attacking the ball with a lot of verve, a lot of zhuzh. There was none of that. The header loops up off of him, and it's a little bit clumsy from Genk, but it's 1-0, and I do not care. I do not care how clumsy it is. It's West Ham United 1, it's Genk 0, and it's Craig Dawson with a goal. You love to see it. Corner from Aaron Cresswell, put into a good position. Dawson attacks it. It looks more like it comes off his shoulder than anything else. And it's just over it's over that final man. Let's have a look at it. To be honest, it might even be an own goal, but the header comes up. It's one of those ones where it's at that awkward height. And let's have a look at this again. Is this an own goal? Hey, look, it wasn't a solid header, and I do not care. I do not care. He hits it, and it's one of those ones where if the bar is like here, it's coming down like here. It's so close in an awkward position. The goalkeeper, the man on the post, the defender on the post tries to jump up and stop it, can't get high enough. The goalkeeper tries to pour it, can't do it. It's in. I think it was Craig Dawson. We'll say it's Craig Dawson. It was a bit rubbish, but who gives a crap? It's West Ham United 1, Genk 0 at half time. Take it. 100% take it. You know? We can't act like it hasn't been. Look, we've been the better team. We've definitely been the better team, but it hasn't been all 100% West Ham. It hasn't been the calmest you've ever seen, you know? If we're looking at, for example, if we'll look at, let's give the little who scored a check so we can check up some of these stats. You can see here, they've had 3 shots. They've had 3 shots, Genk, and they've gotten into decent enough positions. What happens is they get forward, and you see, if I just click off that so it moves around, they're getting into these possessions relatively well, right? Where it's sort of by the corner flags, they're pushing, they're pressing, they're looking for that, right? You're seeing Ito getting into this position specifically. He's been very good at it. And then what you're thinking is that they're going to just loft it high and high into the box to try and get Oniachu's head on it, who's bloody massive, right? And they did do that once, and it did result in a headed shot, which was awkward and difficult and not very good, but it almost went in, but it goes wide. But most of the time what's happening is instead of lofting it in towards Oniachu, who'll be in this sort of area, Ito is just firing it across the box, low and hard. And that's causing our defenders problem. That's causing our double pivot a problem, who are trying to defend something that they're not really suspecting. And it's giving us some issues. However, outside of that, and again, it's nowhere near as frequent. It's nowhere near as frequent as our chances are coming. We're creating more chances. Theirs are just pretty decent. So if you said to me after watching that, but if you took away anything, you took away context of goals, but you just watched at half and you said they had scored, I wouldn't be shocked. But I do think 1-0 is a fair reflection on how the game is going so far. I do think it's a fair reflection. And I'm very happy to see it. I'm very happy to see it. Gonzo will be around in just a few minutes to hang around with you lot while I dash off to the toilet. But how do you feel? How do you feel about that first half? Let me know, and let's have a little gander. Bloodless is saying that Ito is schooling Cresswell and Vlasic, which I don't disagree with. To be fair, I think he's looking very good. To be fair, Gonzo, I think Ito looks like a sort of player you'd enjoy.
Oh, Ito's good. Yeah. Sneaky, twisty. I don't know why I said sneaky. Bit sneaky. What? It's a bit harsh. I'm glad we're 1-0 up. I think that offside, because he's leaning over, is a bit harsh. That was against us. I'd be moaning about it. Put it that way. His shoulder was. Who cares? His shoulder don't score a goal. Good player. Anyway, go and urinate.
All right, give me a bloody on my own Watchalong. Disgraceful.
Oh, there we go. He's going. Number 1 or number 2. I'm hoping it's a number 1 because let's be fair, I've got things to do. I've got cups of tea to brew and all the rest of it. You know what can you say about that? A fortunate. I think they deserve 0-0 at half time. To be honest with you, I wasn't worried about it. I'm not worried about it because I thought going into half time at 0-0, then David Moyes probably going to change a few things around. Hopefully, still gives exactly the same team talk that he was going to give before we scored the goal. But I'm very, really, really pleased with that. Dawson, well, a few of us predicted Dawson to score, didn't we? There's still a lot more needs to happen, certainly. I think it's quite evident we don't have a centre forward. I think that much is clear. Yarmolenko looks to be, I was going to say the only one sort of capable of opening it up, but let's be fair. Cresswell has played well and obviously got the assist as well. Anyway, they haven't looked bad, Genk. They haven't looked bad at all, but that's going to be a sucker punch from. One thing that has worried me is that they're when we have a corner, they leave 2 people up. Which you don't see that too often. Not only are they leaving 2 people up, they're leaving them right in line with ours. So they want to go on the counter attack, and they're quicker than us, which is no surprise. We haven't got many quick players in our team. Let's be honest. So that's just a little worry there, a little worry. So they know that corners are dangerous for us. We've just proven it. And look, back-to-back games with a corners scoring, but. They're looking to exploit it. Really pretty rapid on the counter-attack. And I think a couple of occasions, Diop and Dawson have looked a little bit sleepy. Bit of a worrying flap from our own Areola, but not as big a flap as their goalkeeper. Honestly, I think he is genuinely a good keeper, but a little bit. He would have hoped to have done better. But quite a looping header, really, wasn't it, from Dawson there? So, and I think when he headed it, it may even come off the defender's shoulder. Who knows? It doesn't matter because Dawson scored plenty of those ones. He's up there. He's contesting it, and he'll score many more like that, certainly. But hold on. Are you in there, Dane? Where is it? It's cold in the stadium. Do you know what? It's bloody cold. I'm not in there now, but it's bloody cold in that stadium. I'm not just saying it. Dane said it is bloody cold in the stadium. Yarmolenko, sorry, we've got someone saying Yarmolenko's crap. Someone saying Yarmolenko looking good. I think he's looking good. I think he is. Looks like look like the quality player on the pitch. I hope that opens the game up a little bit. And I'll tell you why I want it to open the game up a little bit, because I want some more space in there for Vlasic, because obviously Genk have been happy to sit back and hit us on the counter-attack, as I said, even like from corners there. And they haven't looked bad at all. But the score, sorry, someone's asking the score. It's 1-0 West Ham at half-time. It's on the bottom of the screen there. If it opens up, it might leave a little bit more space. I really would like Vlasic to get an assist or a goal. Would be good, or even just a few mazy runs, hitting the post, hitting the bar, something just to sort of get involved a little bit there. Because we have lacked a little bit of a cutting edge. Obviously, I say that at 1-0 up. I have felt that a cutting edge, like I said, is pretty much going to have to be Yarmolenko or Cresswell. That's fine. Look, if you can score some goals, it's fine. But I'll tell you what, Onuchu or whatever his name is up front, we were never in for that guy. Don't get me wrong. He is he's not without his qualities. He's big. He holds the ball up well, and he is a threat. But looking at him, there's no way he's nowhere near mobile enough for David Moyes' team. It's nowhere near. I will not believe it. I will not believe that there was any interest in that player at all. Sorry, someone's up. Mark is asking if Yarmolenko went down the tunnel in a mobility scooter. I think he's played well. Yarmolenko. Anyway,
I agree.
Yeah,
I think he's decent.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to go now, but hopefully, Moyes still gives them a telling off. I think they were due a telling off, and I hope he goes in and goes, right, just because Dawson's put us in the lead, I'm still going to tell you off, and then he tells them off.
That would be the succession of events for a telling off. You announce the telling off, and then proceed to tell off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, and then once you've done the telling off, don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah. And if someone dares say that you did not warn them, guess what? You let them know they're about to get another telling off.
I told you. That's another one. Yeah, absolutely. Smacked bums, Charlie. Smacked bums.
Exactly.
Right. Anyway, not for you. Obviously, you've been very good, well behaved.
Oh,
well, I won't see you. I'll wait for you to finish. You keep them talking for about 2 minutes after the final whistle goes. It gives me time to create the we know how it goes.
We know how it goes.
You lot just watch. You don't worry about this. This is business talk. Hammers chat talk.
But
behind the
Gonzo will
scenes
be
stuff.
back at full time for a review.
I will.
So make sure to stick around. I'll pop the link in the chat when it's there, so you can all go over and listen to your boy have a big old chat about football.
There you go. See you soon.
See you later. Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back at full time. Get excited. Get excited. He'll be back. But how are you all feeling? How are you all feeling? I'll tell you what, I've got a cup of tea, a glass of water, and a baby bell. So I'm looking strong. I'm looking good. I'm good. What are the chances Genk is going to have a stonking comeback this half? Says Mean Kid. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think we've seen probably most of what we've got to offer, what Genk have had to offer in this game so far, which, to be fair, isn't nothing. Isn't nothing. But at the same time, we've dealt with it relatively well. We've dealt with it relatively well. But I doubt we'll see a stonking comeback. If anything, I think we've probably got a gear to go up from in this rather than them. But if this is the pace they want the game to play out at, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'll take that 1-0. I'll take that 1-0. Not a cheese-string guy. I'll be happy with either. My girlfriend prefers a baby bell, hence the bills. But I prefer. I'll eat either. I'll eat most things, Ray. I can't lie to you. I do eat myself. Oh wait, hang on. I like turtles. He's getting dressing up as that Halloween, maybe. Big place. Big place. Johnson's pass into the box was good. Unfortunately, his chances went to the wrong foot of Bowen and Cresswell. Yeah, that's very fair, Thomas. That's very fair. Would love to see our detailed possession stats. It seems like we should be having a lot more shots from the amount of touches we're having in our attacking third. You say that like I can pull that up for you right now if you want. Let's have a gander. Let me press. Which one am I looking for? Look for this one. So, as you can see, possession-wise, we are rocking 65.3 to their 4. So 65 to 35, right? You're looking at 65 to 35. You're looking touches, again, significantly more touches than them, almost double the amount of touches, right? And you're looking again at the touches and you're saying, this is where a lot of ours are happening. Look how many Bowen's had. Bowen's only had 21, which isn't, you don't want your striker's not going to have significantly more than the rest of your team. But when you're seeing Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Souček, Rice, Diop, I mean, he's had the least out of the team apart from Ariola, the least an outfield player. And look how many more these people are having, right? Then, if you want to talk about where we are on the pitch, you can see heat map wise, we are significantly forward, whereas Genk are significantly back. A lot of this stuff, this is where you're seeing a lot of their touches coming from, and that is down this area of the pitch. You can see Cresswell getting significantly further forward. So if you look at, say, Cresswell, if we get rid of all these and we just look at Cresswell, so you can see where his average positioning is here. Cresswell is very far forward, whereas if we add Johnson into the mix, Johnson not as attacking, not as brightly in those areas. And so when you see Genk's a lot of Genk coming from here, Cresswell's picking up the ball here, Lanzini, Vlasic, all playing in, trying to find space in around this area, whereas you're seeing just Yarmolenko drifting that way, which is what you're seeing. You want it? I can provide it. I can provide it. We've got the technology. We can do these things. We can do these things. Kev says we really need a proper striker. Bowen is a good winger who's capable of cutting in and scoring. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, you look at it and you say, well, look, the thing is, I don't think Bowen's bad at this. I think he's the best outside of Antonio of what we've got. But we would want another striker who is as similar as possible to Antonio to really try and create those issues. I think he's fine in it, but again, especially in a situation where we've got a lot of possession and we're looking for that final pass and stuff, it's not really him playing up front's not really what we need. We need something else, something a little bit different. We're looking for a focal point in our attack. Andy Carroll's a free agent, that kind of guy to just like finish it. Because Bowen doesn't have the attacking movements, the attacking instincts that, say, Antonio has, to be fair to him, and other people has. I mean, Souček's the one who's getting into probably the best positions in that sort of area when we are there. It is Souček. Why aren't we playing Antonio? I believe he's just being rested. I don't think it's an injury. I think he's just being rested for the Tottenham game, which is the thing. What website is that? Been looking for one of those for ages. This is Who Scored. I get all this stuff of Who Scored. When you come into Who Scored, you have the live matches along the top. Have a little click on there. You get your match center. You're looking at heat maps. You want to see a chalkboard. If you're looking at what you want to see all of West Ham shots, for example, you can see exactly where they come from, where they're going, Cotton Eye Joe, all that good stuff. You can see the passes if you want to get really confused. You can see where all the touches are if you want to get even more baffed. You know, there's a lot of options. But I use who scored. Just easy to look at, isn't it? If you were to make any substitutions, would you make any? Give me a yes or no, and if yes, who would you substitute at halftime specifically right now? Is there any substitutions you'd want? Anything you're vibing in that sense? For me, I would say no. I don't really think we need anything right now. I think it's just a case of maybe just a little bit of something in that final third, and we'll be fine. If you want to look at the bench, the bench is there. It's Fabianski, Randolph, Ashby, Zuma, Masuaku, Fredericks, Ogbonna, Noble, Chesters, Ben Rama, Fornals. Chesters, what position does Chesters play? He's a winger, right? He's a winger. If so, get Chesters on at some point, maybe. Get Chesters on at some point. But for me, I mean, I don't think it's similar to the Everton game in that at halftime, I felt like we weren't quite firing on all cylinders, but I never felt like we needed to have a personnel change because I thought the tactics were fine. I think it was just a case of we needed to step up a level. And here it's a similar situation where I'm like, do you know what? I think if we just fire a little bit more, maybe we get something from this game. I think we easily get something from this game. We're already 1-0 up. But the second half is about to kick off here, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. The second half is about to kick off. If you're only here for half time, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. The second half is now underway. Remember, like the video, subscribe. I'm here for every single match day doing West Ham Watchalongs. Come get involved. It's a grand old time. And remember at full time to come back because Gonzo will be doing a live review on this very channel. I'll put the link in the live chat. For you all to click on to make it easy. So thank you very much for coming. If you're just here for the halftime, second half has kicked off. Thank you very much. Subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. Come back Sunday because I'll be live here on Sunday as well. What a time to be alive. But yeah, personally, no subs for me. No subs for me is the outcome. Let's have a little cheeky look. What's over? A second goal, and I'll be resting some players. That's fair enough, Alan. And good to see you. Enjoy yourself. Hope you have a good second half. Let's hope we don't concede very much that. We are not very much that. We are doing enough at the moment, so no sub, says Steve. I think that's fair. Not now. Not now, but soon, says Judas. Fair enough. Ominous, maybe. No subs, just want to see less touches in possession and hitting players quick off the break into space. Very fair, Andrew. I would appreciate that as well, to be fair. Bowen on, Zuma on for Bowen. Move Dawson up to play a false 9. Easy hat trick. Harry, you've read my mind. Let's go. Big dubs incoming. Big plays. Yeah, I think the lineup is pretty solid. Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking when you said Dawson is rubbish, you talk too much. When you say Mark Noble is rubbish, you talk too much. When you say anything, you talk too much. Common Yuan says Cuthbert, man who has never heard me talk. Me, the only person who backed Dawson beginning. We move. But yeah, whoever made that point, I can't remember who made it. I'm having a little scroll so I can see it. Can I see it? This one, Andrew Bays. I would agree. I want to see quicker passing, less touches. It's that thing we did. We're playing very Pellegrini right now. You know, we're getting into forward positions and we're just sort of trying to figure out what to do once we're there. You know, there's not a lot of natural play. There's not a lot of fast passing. We're getting numbers forward and we're getting forward into decent enough positions. But once we're there, we're like, okay, what do we do? And it's like, we could be doing more than that. We could and maybe potentially should be doing more than that. It's very Pellegrini right now. It's very Pellegrini. But like Pellegrini, especially in his first season, we're 1-0 up. So, you know, good times. I'll take this all day. Happy to take this all day. It's still very hot, so I'm just going to give it you know what I mean? I've put a bit too much sugar in that, but I'll take it. Dawson is lethal in the box. He's lethal, bruv. He's lethal. You love to. He could have got others as well. That's the thing is, he could have got others in this game as well. That's the mad part about it. You know? He's had a couple of headers. In fact. Yeah, in fact, if we have again a cheeky look at who scored just for a second, we go down to shots. Dawson has had the most amount of shots for us. He's had 2. Everyone else has only had 1. That's how lethal in the box he is. He's causing issues. He's causing issues. You love to see it. You love to see it. West Ham again doing that sort of casual press. A little bit more energy there from the running of. I don't know who that was who was doing the running, but a little bit more. A little bit more. I think it was Lanzini. Now I look at it. It was Lanzini who's doing the pressure, and he's getting involved there, trying to harry his way into it. I'm just angling myself weirdly. You can see the Simpsons pillow I sit on. I'm just because I'm opening the thing a bit, so it's a rustle, and I don't want it to be too loud on the mic. Lanzini pushing, pressing, trying to get hold of that ball, harrying the defender. You love to see it. You love to see it. What I do, right, when I open a baby box, get the 2 bits off like that. Just put it like that so you can sort of see, right? I fold them down just a little bit like that. Then I turn it around and I grab it like that, and then I just pull them both at the same time. You know what I mean? Just pull them both at the same time. Get a little bit of... Oh, love to see it. There you go. Baby bell opening with Charlie Walsh. You love to see it. Ito finding his right back who's bombing past him there. Then them going back. West Ham, not looking the most organised you've ever seen, but they're there. Shot from brains, deflects up Areola. There was a moment that looked dangerous there. The shot came in, it deflected, and Areola started to dive for it. He reacts really well, to be fair. Ito comes just in, no one getting anywhere near him. The player who he passes to just takes a touch, shoots. It deflects up off of Dawson, I believe. And Areola, who was already going down, adjusts, thankfully. And it's not too much of an issue. But there was a moment there where it could have been an issue, but Areola does well to stop it. Is it me or is Areola having a bad game? I think we're seeing both sides of it, right? I think we're seeing both sides of it. We're seeing a side of it like... There's been moments where, like, for example, with the Oniachu header ended up going wide, but went high and almost went in, where he comes to try and clear it and just doesn't make it. And you look at it, it does shake you up a little bit. You're like... But then there's been times like that where you see his quick reactions, and 1 or 2 other times you're like, okay, he's doing good. I think mixed would be a fair way to describe it. Mixed, you know? You love to see it. A cheesy snack, always a good old time, Mo. Always a good old time, you know? This is the orange peel again, all over again. No. Not having it. It's not a substitute. I agree, Wally. I do agree with that, but it's unfortunately what we're going to have to deal with for now. For now, until we find some sort of lucky extra. Maybe over the next couple of streams, we'll try and find a replacement for the lucky orange and see what it is. But I know it's no replacement as of yet, but maybe we do try and find something. Maybe it's something citrusy, but probably not. Maybe it's a packet of quavers or something. I don't know. We'll figure something. We'll find it. We'll test some stuff out, guys, and we'll figure out what the new orange is. Because listen, I miss the orange as much as you guys do. I'll tell you that much for a fact. Areola should be playing more regular. I agree with that, Horrors. Even if you think Fabianski is better, and I think that's fair, I think Areola is here to take over from Fabianski. Because Fabianski's course contract comes to the end of the season. We will have an opportunity to get a different goalkeeper, and we have Areola, all of that good stuff. So I think maybe that's the part. Ball in from the corner from Genk, goes all the way across to Manuel Lanzini on the right-hand side, who, mixing with Ben Johnson, just clears it up the pitch. West Ham gain control from it. Corners are scary against Genk. They've got a lot of very large gentlemen. I don't like it. Oh, Souček spreading it out like Pirlo in his prime. You love to see it. Into Cresswell, who lays it short. Bowen holds it up. Oh, no, sorry. Vlasic holds it up. maybe should have been found again there from Aaron Cresswell, who tries to go for the cross, but instead it goes out for a corner to West Ham, so you can't really complain too much. Mild and mature cheddar. Mild for me, Scott. I'm scared of mature cheddar. I'm a very mild cheddar. I'm going to say this. This is maybe the most controversial thing I'm ever going to say. Okay, and I've said that we should sell rice. I've said other things, right? Are you ready for this? You see cheese, right? You see cheese, and I know I've said this on the shows before, but you might not have heard. Cheese is overrated. Cheese is overrated. I'm putting it out there. I agree that it's a controversial thing to say, but I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. Corner to West Ham from the left-hand side. Cresswell whips it in. Souček can't quite his head to it. Bounces out. Dawson collects it. Yarmolenko just outside the area. This is shooting range for Yarmolenko. Hits it. Just over. Just over. He's beside himself from that one. He's not happy whatsoever. It remains West Ham 1-0. The corner comes in. Well defended, to be fair, to stop Souček getting into the right position here. Dawson finds Yarmolenko just on the edge of the area. That's the sort of area where he really makes a good opportunity of it, but can't quite find it. Can't quite find it. Grapefruit would be fun for us, yes, but it wouldn't be fun for me. So I don't know how much I'm going to back that. Although mix L, maybe. No, I don't like grapefruit. If you like a baby bell in the garden, it grows into... Oh! I do love Edam. Edam's beautiful. Edam's a beautiful thing. Has to be Skips or Pombes. Pombes, Ray! Pombes! Yo! Next time we get food in, next time we go groceries, I don't know where we're going. If there are Pombes, I'm getting Pombes and we'll try it out on Sunday. If it's by Sunday, whatever the next game is, when I can find Pombes, we're having Pombes. We're trying out the Pombes. And I want to, I think this might be the one. I've got a good feeling about Pombes. I'm excited about Pombes now. Even Red Leicester, yeah, even Red Leicester. Cheese is just overrated, man. Cheese is just overrated. Cheese is nasty. Cheese is operated. Oh, you could say that, Carl, but I disagree. Yeah, it grates on me. It's good. It's good. It's good. Look at the response is large. The response is large. Good. Yes. West Ham playing it around on the right-hand side, trying to find a way into the box here. Souček, Rice, just passing it around in the central area. It was a nice little turn there by Nikola Vlasic. No options, no backing him up whatsoever. Literally not a single soul near him to help him out, but it is what it is. Get out of my life. I used to think, I'm just saying it's overrated. Everyone talks about cheese like it's the greatest thing that's ever happened on the planet. And look, I like cheese. I like a lot of things with cheese. Cheese on toast, pizza, cheese and beans on toast, baked potatoes. You want to get cheese involved. There's a lot of good things with cheese. Fondues. But in this entirety, I think we overrate cheese. I do think we overrate it. Underrated. No. Off tangent, left field footy chat. If anything, the football chat is the tangent. Everything else is, what we're here for. It's what we're here for. What we're here for. Played into the box. Header. It's in. I couldn't tell what the hell happened there, but it's two. It's Issa Diop. It's Issa Diop with the goal. It's a headed goal from it was almost too easy. I couldn't tell what had happened there. He headers it. It hits off the underside of the bar. It goes in. It's West Ham United 2, Genk 0. My God. My giddy God. I could not tell what had happened there. Cresswell was the free kick in about basically the corner area. He plays it in. Diop just comes in, attacks it ahead of Paul Onuachu. It's a good header. It just gets accurate well off the underside of the bar. It's one of the ones as well. It doesn't just clip the underside of the bar. It's one of the ones where it goes one of those ones, which is why I was like, it's fine. It goes over the line. It's bloody 2-0. It's bloody 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it. You love to see it. I realized as well, in the midst of that, I did see it. Mark Phillips says, can you please stop saying you love to see it? And I've just said it twice in a row. Mark, I'll be honest with you. I probably can't. I can endeavour to say it less, but I probably can't. West Ham is streaming forward here, looking for a third. Jared Bowen hits it. It's in. It's 3. Jared Bowen, he gets the goal he's wanted. He gets the goal he's wanted, and all of a sudden it's over. It's over. Whoever at the beginning of this chat said that if we get a goal, it might just turn into a little bit of a rout. The heads might drop and it might start moving. That's what's happened. West Ham United 3, Genk 0. It's happening very, very quickly. It's happening very, very quickly. My goodie. My gosh. My gosh. We're winning Europa League. Yes, we are, Martin. You love to see it. We're cracked. We're cracked, bruv. We out here. Big dubs. Again, it's that pressure from West Ham that we've been good at doing this year. We've been told to start doing more, and it's worked a treat there. Yarmolenko dispossesses into the feet of Lanzini, who passes it quickly to Jared Bowen, who again, he only has eyes for goals once he picks up the ball. Steams forward, steams into the box, tries to put it onto his right, his stronger left foot, hits it. Goalkeeper, I don't like saying this because I think it's a bit of a cliche. Could have done better. It hits off Bowen's shot, hits off the goalkeeper. I'm surprised it somehow ends up in the net, but it does. It's West Ham United 3, Genk 0. Do us all a favor and do this to Tottenham. Glenn, my friend, if you haven't already subscribed to Glenn, Everything Arsenal, the best, one of, if not the best Arsenal channel on YouTube, in my opinion. Glenn's an absolutely lovely man. Definitely do so. And Glenn, I'm just saying, who's winning in Europe today? Was it us or was it Tottenham? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I love to see you saying you love to see it. Well, I'll try. Then, Manfred, I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with you, right? Even if I wanted to stop saying it, which I don't necessarily want to do, I go into autopilot and I will just say it. You know what I mean? In the same way you'll say you have to respect it. There's certain phrases that are just they're crutches for me, and it's one of them. So I will just continue to say, I apologize to whoever it said who I needed to stop. I will try, but I promise you it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. West Ham are knocking on the door now. Genk have been hit for 2 in incredibly quick succession. I was just changing the title when we scored the thipping third. Vlasic blocked by the defender. It could and maybe should be 4. It's done now. Look. I said I thought Genk would score 1 today. I said 3-1 was my prediction. They're not scoring 3. They're not scoring 3. We've dealt with their attacks relatively well. They've been dangerous. They have been. We can't sit here and act like they haven't had their opportunities, and their opportunities haven't been relatively dangerous. But at the same time, my God, we're looking at the Vlasic opportunity again here. Yarmolenko finds him really well. His touch is a little bit awkward, and he has to hit it at a stretch, and the defender does well to block it, to be fair. But it's 3-0 at home in the Europa League, and we are one step closer to winning this group. If we beat Genk, I'm saying this a little bit ahead of my time because I feel like at this point it's almost a foregone conclusion. We're 3-0 up with half an hour to go against the side who haven't looked like they're probably capable of scoring 1 max. If we win this game and then we beat Genk the second time away, which I believe is on the 1st of November or something like that, it's early November, I believe that game is, we confirm top of this group with 2 games to play. Which is, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And West Ham here, again, we're still knocking on the door. We're still finding opportunities here. Cresswell playing the ball in towards Bowen, couldn't quite find him. It's going well. We can't act like it isn't going well right now. It's not like Genk are a bad team either. Yeah, I mean, Genk are a decent enough side. Look, Genk realistically aren't in good form. And this is the best time to play Genk. But to be honest with you, they're not awful, but they've capitulated a little bit here, and it's happening. It's happening. Help! I've got the Wheel of Death, got messages, but no Charlie. He's frozen in time. I'm sorry, Todd. Come back to me, my friend. Come back to me. West Ham are toying a little bit with Genk here. Earlier on, when it was only 1-0 or we hadn't scored yet, and we were doing this sort of thing, it was frustrating, right? We weren't quite finding that final pass. We weren't quite finding that ball into the final third to really make it work. It was difficult. It was annoying. However, you look at it now, and we're just Genk look at 6s and 7s defensively. We're passing it around. We're doing that cute passing, but we're doing it in a lot more dangerous areas than we were. Andre Yarmolenko, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I know all you think that he's not good, right? And I get it. I fully appreciate it, right? But Yarmolenko, when he's on song, is a dangerous player. He picks up the ball there on the right-hand side, on the touchline, takes on the defender, a couple of little step-overs, drags 2 people away from him, giving Ben Johnson all the time, space in the world, and then with a back heel, puts Johnson in. The cross-in wasn't great from Johnson, but if it was, my God. Ryan Fredericks is coming on here for West Ham United. He's just getting instructions from Kevin Dolan. You can see Mark Noble warming up as well. Mark Noble may be a future sub to come on. But Ryan Fredericks coming on is a good thing to do. Would I prefer to see Ashby potentially? But he does need the game time coming back from his injury. And if he's playing, especially if he's playing against Sunday, if he's playing on Sunday against Tottenham, you need to get him some, you need to get him going again. Get him going. Jimmy, scoring 3 without your main man must feel good. It's all right, mate. I can't lie to you. It's not bad. It is not bad. It is not bad. Remember, everyone, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do watch-alongs every single West Ham match day. I am here every single West Ham match day doing from the beginning, from half an hour before the game, all the way through till full time. I am here. I'll be here on Sunday, of course, with the Tottenham match. So make sure to come back and get involved there. But hey, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff if you haven't already. And then cheekily enough, just because I can, just because there's a button for it now, hey, patreon.com/hammerchat is a way you can support the channel. It's a good thing to do. It exists. It helps us out an enormous amount. We've managed to grow and do a lot of things purely because of the support we've got on Patreon. Thank you very much if you haven't already. Patreon.com/HammersChat. Say that all while Dawson's down there just holding his leg. He's hobbling a bit, but I think he'll be all right. I mean, to be fair, I can never tell if Dawson's going to be all right because he might just go off, but he's just carrying on because he's already dead. I don't know, but it is what it is. Zuma's warming up, so we'll see. If we get 5 subs, we might as well put the youngsters on. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Jackson. I think at this point, look, when we're 3-0 up in Europe, there's going to be very few opportunities for us to get youngsters opportunities like this and game time like this. We have Chester's and we have Ashby on the bench. Look, Ashby's probably not going to happen now. Fredericks is coming on, unless Johnson is moving over to the left. But even then, Fredericks is unless Fredericks is coming on for say Yarmolenko in an attacking role, then maybe we see Ashby. But at this point, it's probably not that. It's probably not going to happen. It's a good opportunity to get Chester's on the pitch. Ball in from Genk over the top. Can't quite find anyone. Ito on the far side picks it back up. Lays it short to their number 77, the right back. Back to Ito. Genk, who had an opportunity there. The momentum's gone a little bit from them. The steam's gone a little bit. And again, the mild pressing and pressure West Ham have put on them is forcing them all the way back to their centre-backs. They're back inside their own half. They're panicking a little bit here, trying to find a pass forward. Lanzini doing really well. Bowen doing well. Just stopping it. It's a Diop there as well, stepping up to Onyuachi well, stopping him from doing literally anything. Genk try to work the ball back around on the left-hand side, trying to find a cross, can't quite find it. Into number 42 in advance. There he hits it from range over from Genk. And we're going to see some West Ham substitutions. It is going to be Ryan Fredericks and Mark Noble coming on. Good to see Mark Noble. Very exciting to see Mark Noble. Want as many of him, as much as him as possible right now this year. It looks like Declan Rice is the one who's going to be making way for Mark Noble at least. Good performance from Declan Rice, as per usual. Solid performance. Does his thing. And Mark Noble comes on with the captain's armband. You love to see it. What a boy. What a legend. I love Mark Noble, man. Anyone's got bad words to say about Mark Noble, don't say it near me. You know what I'm saying? Love that, man. Love that, man. And Aaron Cresswell was the one coming off. Okay, Aaron Cresswell's the one coming off for Ryan Fredericks. Makes sense. Cresswell equally played a lot of games recently, to be fair to him. He's had a lot to do. And so him coming off makes sense. See Ryan Fredericks, hopefully. Well, I don't know what side I want to see Ryan Fredericks on. I want to see Ben Johnson continue to play right back, I guess. So hopefully Ryan Fredericks takes up his position on the left. Awkward for him, but fair enough. We don't. I mean, also, I guess we have Masuaku. It's probably a damning indictment on Masuaku at this stage a little bit. If we're saying we're bringing on a right back instead of him. But who knows? Is Masuaku on the bench? Let's just check. Yeah, Masuaku's on the bench. We have 2 right backs on the bench. Again, I know I've said it, but it's just funny to me. Yeah, a little bit of a damning indictment, then, isn't it? But what can you do? Let's have a little gander here. If I refresh this, just a second, as Genk just passing it around inside their own area. Again, just pressure from West Ham. And this is, again, I know people, it doesn't seem like pressing because we're not screaming after them like Robert Snodgrass used to do, right? But it's just so much smarter and it's so much better than we have done for a while. And it forces them into awkward positions. It slows them down a huge amount. Genk's cross there, high and wide. Ito picks it up on the opposite side. Fredericks is up against him here. Ito does well to play it to 77, who crosses the ball in, looking for Onuachu, plays it down, 42, and then again, there's an opportunity. Again, Genk have had these opportunities. Genk can really only blame themselves. They have had these opportunities to score. They've had these opportunities to create dangerous chances. And there, Onuachu heads it down towards the number 42, just awkwardly can't hit it properly. And that's not the first time that Genk have done that either. There's been a couple of opportunities like that, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Sorry, I was just having a little look there. There was problems on my computer, but we're back. We're back. It's fine. Areola powering that one forward, looking for Bowen, can't quite be found. We've played well today. I don't think there's been many issues, you know what I mean? I don't think there's been many issues, you know what I mean? Cheeses the new oranges, start enjoying it. I'm concerned that is the case. We can test it on Sunday, maybe. If we have Baby Bells in, which I hope we will, I'll test it on Sunday. I'll have a Baby Bell during the match. We'll see if that's the new orange. Could be. Is Fredericks or Johnson playing left back? Ryan Fredericks is the one playing left back. Ben Johnson remains at right back. Ryan Fredericks has come across as the left back. Noble came on for Rice and has basically taken up Rice's position as the left-sided defensive midfielder. And he's also sitting deeper and again allowing Souček to get forward, like Rice was doing in the rest of the game. Give Benny or Fornals 20 minutes, be good for confidence if one of them gets a goal. Not the worst idea, to be honest. Not the worst idea. I'm not that familiar with the UK, but I heard there are 3 teams in Manchester. There's Manchester City Reserves, and well, it happens. It happens. There used to be some other team, but who knows? Who knows? We want Ito and Jan. He's had a good game, to be fair to him. I didn't really know much about Ito before today. I can't lie to you. I've seen the name, but I don't really know much about him. But he's played well. Charlie, I don't know if I should watch West Ham or West Ham getting wrecked on Sunday. You might not have an option. One of those things might not happen. So that's all I'll say. I mean, to be fair, hang on, what F1 races this weekend? I don't even know. I usually know. I quite like F1. I'm just not attention. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not paying attention. I'm not paying attention to life at the moment, I think is the answer to this problem. No, I'll give Chester's and Ashby the last 15-20. Oh, look, I would love to. I think Ashby's not going to happen now. I mean, maybe. Again, Ben Johnson is still here, so maybe we take off Johnson, we put on Ashby, we bring on Chester's for like Vlasic or Yarmolenko or something. Yeah, maybe. But it is what it is. I prefer that. I heard if we get a 4, Charlie will get a topless from rum and cheese on himself. You heard wrong, unfortunately, Scott. You did hear wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But neither of those things will happen. Just get a baby bell and rub it on my forehead, maybe. I don't know. But Bagonda. The left winger is coming off now for Trey Saw for Genk. The Genk player just shaking his head as he walks off there. It's Onuachu who's shaking his head. He's come off. And on in his place is Ugbo, who I believe used to be a Chelsea player. Am I right? Am I right about that? Did he play for Chelsea at some point? Why do I know that name? I feel like I know Ugbo because he played for Chelsea. I might be wrong about that. Give Moisey the last 20 minutes. He can show Souček how to get proper cigars. Just get in there, start wrecking people. Who scored for us? Asks Stephen. I assume, Stephen, you mean West Ham. If so, you're talking Craig Dawson, you're talking Jared Bowen, and Issa Diop. Issa Diop. Two headers from corners. It's 2 headers from corners, and then the Jared Bowen from a counter attack with his left foot. With his left foot. He did play for Chelsea. Yes, I got there. Shout out. But let's hope Harry Kane decides to be themselves this weekend and just play atrociously. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Noble Lanzini with two. You love to see it. I mean, look, it's just good times, isn't it? It's good times. It's like 2015 West Ham out here doing bits. Time to bring Bowen off. Maybe give him a rest. That's fair because I mean, look, Bowen's going to be playing on Sunday, isn't he? So maybe that's a fair point. Vlasic trying to get forward there. Just counselled out. Just too many people in front of him. Plays it back. The ball forward is awkward, I think, from Issa Diop. Played into a good position. Agbo can't quite get his head on that. Well, I mean, he gets his head on it, but he can't quite direct it. It remains 3-0 with 15 minutes to go. Michael, my friend, Bean Flip, chill. I will just time you out if you carry on spamming. Just chill, bruv. Just chill. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. Life isn't that deep. Chill. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you're trolling. I know you're trolling. We can have a big discussion on masks and everything else if you want, but chill. I'm giving you the chance now to chill. Because, earlier on I banned some people straight out again. I don't, I'm giving you the chance. Do you think Moyes is a Redknapp style manager? What would you mean by that, Ryan? What do you mean by that? Okay, just chill. Just chill. Just chill. We can have a big discussion on masks if you want, my G, but just chill. I enjoy a good troll. That wasn't bad, to be fair to you. That wasn't actually a bad troll. I enjoy a good troll, and that one was not bad. But at the same time, you didn't have anything more than the first bit. You know what I mean? I want a second bit. A developer. There was no developing. What do you think of Vlasic today? I'm a bit disappointed with his lack of trying to take on and beat defenders 1v1 like Ben Rama, Fornals, or Bowen would do. Played into the box from the corner from Genk. Areola collects it strongly. Vlasic is... He just feels a little bit... The game is passing him by a little bit. I think he's not creating bad situations. He's not getting into good positions. But I think... How do I word this? So far, we've got a situation where he's just not quite suiting. He's just not quite fitting in. He seems to be playing, for example, on the left-hand side. However, he's finding himself central a lot because he looks like he wants to be central. So he's drifting into those sort of areas. But then on top of that, he's not. He's just not. You know what I mean? It's just not quite happening. It's not quite happening. I don't think he's been bad by any stretch of imagination. I wouldn't sit here and think he's been bad, but I think he's just not quite. He's not quite fitting in and firing yet. But then again, we've seen that from other players as well. We'll see how it ends up working out. I think Vlasic yet to feel comfortable in his position he's playing. Yeah, I think that's the way I would word it. I think he's just. It's not quite. It just doesn't look fully comfortable. I think that's fair. Also, it's the wheeler dealer thing. I think is what you were. I think is what you were talking about. When it comes to Moyes, I just I don't know. I don't know what style of manager I think David Moyes is yet. If you're a long-term watcher of the Watchalongs, you'll know that I'm not a big fan of David Moyes. I never have been, right? But I think at this stage, I'm just trying to keep my mind as open as possible and be. It's a good opportunity for Genk here, by the way. Ito turns around, hits it. It's a good block by Issa Diop. Issa Diop has been playing well this season. You got to respect it. You've got to respect it. He's putting in much better performances, and there was a good opportunity there for Genk in and around the area, and he just gets the block necessary. Yeah, if you're a long-term watcher of the Watchalong, then you know that I was never a huge fan of David Moyes to begin with. And at the moment, I'm at a stage where I'm just trying to keep my mind as open as possible to try and not like let it cloud my judgment. So when you ask what kind of manager is David Moyes, I don't know yet. And to be fair, I think that's partly because this season I think he's changed his style so significantly than what we've ever seen at West Ham with David Moyes. And so I'm trying to again keep a bit of an open mind. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to keep an open mind in that sense. So we'll see how it plays out. Moyes is pragmatic. He is very pragmatic, and I think that's worked out for him. You know, I think that's worked out, and it's allowed him to build a team now where he can kind of like the pragmatism of last season. Now he's built upon that into an exciting attacking team. You know, an exciting attacking team. 2 more substitutions coming on, and it is Ben Rama and Pablo Fornals for West Ham now. I'll be interested to see who he comes on for. My gut would be, I mean, I really think Bowen should come off for the rest. I really do think we should have a rest for Jared Bowen. We'll see how it ends up working out, but I think he should rest him. Who would be the second person and who would play up front in that sense? I don't know. We'll see. I'm surprised about West Ham's possession this season. It's improved. That's my big. Honestly, we're just playing significantly more attacking. We're getting a lot more possession. We're getting a lot more. Sorry, they're just cutting to the crowd there. They're getting a lot more possession, and we're getting it in more interesting areas, and we're doing a lot more short passing with it. We're not just looking at purely counter-attacking. We're actually playing quite attacking, controlling football at times, which is interesting. We don't not defend, and we don't not counter-attack, but we've just added a second dimension to us that we'd never seen from David Moyes at West Ham before. You know? Look, if Ito can't quite find him in the box, he collects it anyway. Souček manages to come back and collect it at a second time. There was a time there where he couldn't quite do it. Second time he manages and passes the ball out. Noble, Fredericks, and West Ham have regained possession of the ball now calmly and are passing it around in the area, which is a bit scary, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Makes a significant impact. Don't disagree. We should be putting more youngsters on. I would like to see that, to be honest. I would like to see that, to be honest, but I don't think we're going to at this point. I mean, we'll have one more sub after this. I doubt we're going to make it. I would like to see Chester's on, or Ashby, but I prefer to see, or Ashby. But yeah, we'll see. The game is slowed down now. The game is slowed down to a pace that's sort of... It's the sort of pace a game happens across into the box. Can't quite make it. It's the pace in which the game has finished. You know what I mean? There's a foregone conclusion to this one, and we're waiting for it now. There could be another goal in it, and if there is, it's probably for us. I can't lie, but we're sort of taking our time again. West Ham are taking their time again. Genk aren't going wild right now. Not quite testimonial friendly pace, but certainly slower than it once was. Vlasic and Bowen there teaming up to just harry him, and it doesn't quite work out. And here comes the West Ham substitution. First one is Jared Bowen coming off for Saeed Benrahma. I tell you what, if Yarmolenko stays on, and I guess Yarmolenko goes up front. Yarmolenko goes up front, I would assume. We'll see the second one is. It's Nikola Vlasic who's coming off as well, I believe. I just heard the stadium announcer say the word Vlasic. So I assume Nikola Vlasic. Yeah, Nikola Vlasic is coming off for Pablo Fornals, which I assume would mean you see Benrahma or Lanzini take up the mold on the right. You see Yarmolenko go up front. You see Fornals start on the left. I would assume. We'll see. We do still have one more sub. Would love it to be Chester's. Would love it to be Ashby, but I don't think it'll happen. Forston, or whatever his name is, and Ito are both come off now as well for, I believe his name's Tama. Let me have a look. Yeah, Forstveld and Ito have come off for Oyen and Toma. There you go. I'm saying stuff. Yavin Catan, mate, what a flipping old school reference that is from Mo. what a championship reference that is from Mo. I don't know. I can't remember if he was championship or Premier League, but it was around the time we were in the championship. Him and Yossi doing bits. Israeli double. All that. Kev says, I just don't rate Vlasic not for 30 million at any other time. I think it was a Sullivan buy. Transfers is something I would have to think about a bit more in terms of who buys what, because I don't think it's entirely as clear as everyone else thinks it is. Ben Rama's there. He tries to bend it, can't quite find it. There was a good opportunity there for West Ham to get a fourth. To be fair, they're still gunning for it, West Ham. It doesn't quite work out. Whether you rate Vlasic or not, I mean, you wouldn't. To be fair, if you've only seen his West Ham stuff, then there'd be no reason to rate Vlasic so far. But of course, we have the eternal problem of a player coming in with for a very high fee, because that just sets everyone off into a bad. It just never works out. It just happens. It just happens. Ball over the top to Ryan Fredericks. In a lot of space here, down the left hand side, trying to cut in, pulls it across with his weak foot. Ben Rama was there. Yarmolenko was there. No one can quite get it. It's booted away by Genk. 6 minutes to go. Like I said, the pace has slowed down. But to be honest with you, if there was a goal, it would be West Ham's, would be my guess. And you wouldn't, if you said to me it finished 4-0, I wouldn't be shocked. Dawson finds Ben Rama. Yarmolenko is there, can't quite be found. Ben Rama goes for a second time, hits it. It hits off the ankles of Yarmolenko by accident, and that's offside. That's offside. Megan says it's quality, though. Moyes has put the irons on the map, says Jack and the Headbangers evil. Evil in all caps, so you know he means business. It said, I think we were looking for another sub there, but I missed who it was. Regardless, Genk are on the attack here. They're in a decent position, but there's only 3 of them forward. They're still not committing enough people forward to really get to do significant amounts of damage here. Got a couple more forward here, but still not that many. It's still Clara outnumbering the white shirts here. Souček does well to stop that one and then gets it away. Yarmolenko, Souček. Oh, Souček trying to spread it around like Perlo, like prime Mark Noble. Can't quite happen. But it was a good idea to try and find Ben Rama there. Doesn't quite work out. Ben Rama, who seems to be the person who's taken up the mantle as being a striker, by the way. I mean, he seems the most attacking. He seems the most central forward player still. Well, Yarmolenko's also up there, to be fair. Who's just ahead of Ben Rama now, trying to find him. Couldn't quite find him. Chester's coming on. Ooh, yes. Hayden Mullins better than Sergio Busquets. Of course. Was there ever any doubt? Now Hayden's the new Pep. Yeah, he's managing somewhere, isn't he? I can't remember where, but he's managing somewhere, isn't he? Can't remember who is he managing. I don't know, but I got very overexcited when I heard about that. Martin asking where Connor Commentary is. He's on loan. He's currently on Stevenage. Who was it? I can't remember who he went to. Wherever it is, I don't think he's starting, but he's on loan. I can't remember. West Ham have the ball here. This game is stretched, and there's a lot of tired legs out there, especially from Genk, who look deflated. They look defeated. Yarmolenko taking on the Genk defender doesn't win a free kick. It felt like it was a free kick there, but it doesn't happen. Gets back up and starts chasing after the ball. A lot of tired legs out there, especially from Genk, who just look oof. You know what I mean? Oof. But it is what it is. They're trying to get forward now. Again, they're getting forward, but they're not getting forward with enough numbers. I mean, we just defend quite well, and we convert attack to defense pretty well in general. In general, we convert attack to defense pretty well. And Genk, since the first half, they were doing it fast, rapidly, and it was causing us problems. Second half, they've not done it anywhere near as often, and at that stage, it's been a bit like, oh, good opportunity over the bar from Genk. Yeah, second half, they've just not zipped as much. It is what it is. But this will mean we will be seeing Chester's. Interested to see who he comes off for. Be Lanzini or Yarmolenko, I suspect. It's Manuel Lanzini who's coming off. Mate, you love to see it. You love to see it. Colchester. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Good to see. Good to see a youth player coming on, Chester's. Getting his debut in Europe. 3-0 up against Genk at home. Getting the ball and just allow him to shoot from range. It won't go in, but imagine if it does. I do love a random number as well, a random squad number. 51, very exciting for me in that sense. Love a number 51, me. Straight away getting involved there, winning the ball back with Mark Noble, who comes forward. He's got Fornals ahead of him. He's got Yarmolenko ahead of him. He finds Yarma out on the right-hand side, slips it into Fornals. He's in a good position to try and cross this ball in. There's no one there. There's not a single person in a good position to really be found. But West Ham managed to rework possession of the ball after losing it. Ben Rama tries a little back heel looking for Fredericks. Can't quite be found. Yarmolenko battling well there, wins the ball back with just sheer power. Noble picks up the ball. Spreads it wide. Chester's is just running. I'm just watching Chester's at this point. I can't lie to you. I'm just watching him and he's just running all over the pitch, trying to find any acres of space to be found. I was watching the highlights from whoever West Ham were facing, whoever the under-23s were facing recently, and he did look lively, did Chester's. He did look lively. So it's good to see him getting an opportunity. Is top of the group a lock now? Not quite yet. P-Gads, we have to, our next fixture, which is our reverse one against Genk at the beginning of November, I believe. If we win that, then we guarantee top of the group with 2 games to go, no matter what happens in the other game. But obviously, this is a good opposition. It's a good opposition to get. What position does Chester's play? I'm not sure. I believe he's a right winger, and he has taken up that position here today. And he's regained possession of the ball for a second time there to a very large cheer from the West Ham home crowd. But I believe he's a right winger. I'm not entirely certain about that, but he has taken up what looks like a wide right position. I'm loving the fact. You can hear like the crowd just wanting, they're getting very excited every time Chester's gets near it, and they're getting very excited every time he gets the ball. Oh, it's just nice to see youth academy players, and I'm seeing a lot of excited Samasiabu chants in the chat, which I fully respect. Shout out to Samasiabu. Samasiabu. A minute left, everyone. And this is the point where I'll ask you, who was your man of the match? Let's decide on the Hammers Chat man of the match. Whoever gets the most amount of votes for the next minute or so. Just by eyes. I haven't got anything to try and set up to count this, so it's just by my eyes. Whoever gets the most will win it. Wide from the number 11 from Genk, who tried it. Trace or couldn't quite find it. Whoever gets the most votes will win the Hams Chat man of the match. Love to see it. Let's get involved. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Yeah, he hasn't at all. And while you get that in, remember, Gonzo will be live in about a couple of minutes after this game finishes. I'll stick around until he is ready. I'll spam the link in the chat so you can go and watch his live review. And discuss a good night of football for West Ham United. What I will also say is this, while you're here, hey, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I genuinely appreciate you for coming. I am live every single match day. Every single match day for West Ham. I am here doing my thing, doing this. And I'll be back on Sunday, of course. So make sure to come and get it. My BT Sport has crashed at the last possible second, which is always good to see. So come back on Sunday, get involved, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. All of that good stuff. And let's have a look at this man of the match while BT Sport just fails. It is full-time. There we go. It has finished full-time. I can confirm. It is West Ham United 3, Genk 0. Let's have a gander at some of these. Let's have a look at some of these man of the match awards. Bye, Charlie, mate. Good to see you. Ryan, thank you very much for coming. Hope you have a good rest of the week and all that leading up to Tottenham. Lewis Beaumont, that's a bold play. Diop or Dawson. Yama had a great game. That's fair. I agree with you. Cheers, Charlie. Quality again. I appreciate it, Judas. Appreciate it. My confidant. You know, my trusted individual. Good game. It was a good game. Can't Palmer again. Big Craigie Dawson. Yes, a Diop for me. Man of the match, not Charlie, because he hates cheese. I don't hate it. It's just overrated. It's just overrated. You know what I mean? Bowen. Let's have a look. Dawson. Is Rice ever not man of the match? No, I mean, it's a fair shout, Megan, if you want to vote for him. I gave it to Zuma last game, to be fair. But I was roundly outvoted with that one. Bowen, Cresswell, Bowen. Oh, Bowen making a late search. Jared Bowen. Let's have a look. Is there any more underneath that? From the stadium, Dawson or Cresswell. First of all, Ollie, thank you for watching this from the stadium. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Yeah. Yarmo, actually a good player. Bold. Can I rant? I hate Moyes' sub timing. He does do it a little bit late, doesn't he? He does do it a little bit late. Easy group though. Thanks. No worries, Martin. Enjoy yourself. See you soon. Got to be D up. I'll tell you what. We'll give it. It's between Bowen and Diop. I'll tell you what. We'll give it Diop. There seems to be slightly more Diops in the chat than before. We'll give it Issa Diop. Issa Diop, congratulations on your Hammers Chat Man of the Match awards. Much coveted, of course. You get literally nothing for it apart from our adulation. Much adulation to be had. Ladies and gentlemen, a review will be live on this channel momentarily. I'm just going to make sure we have a link for that now. The second it appears, I'll be spamming it in the chat. Remember, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I am here every single match day doing these watch-alongs, getting involved with you lot. So please do come back. You lot make it possible. I do it by myself. I'm not like the other channels who have multiple people doing it. I do it by myself, which means you lot are kind of vital to the whole process. So if you're here, if you've never seen our watch-alongs before, do come back. I genuinely appreciate you rocking up. Like more than you ever know, to be fair. More than you ever know. But there will be a live review with Gonzo in just a moment. Cheese is definitely overrated. It's just good work. It's just good work, Paul. It's just good work. Cresswell, I thought Cresswell had a good game. Dawson was decent as well. I thought Dawson had another good game. Getting his awkward goal, what it says. Stadium, I mean the walk from the stadium to the station. Very cold, Ollie. But again, I appreciate you. I was going to say, getting the Wi-Fi in the stadium is probably, well, I haven't been since the pandemic, but before the pandemic, it was always a nightmare. But I appreciate you being here regardless. Yarmolenko, F off. I thought Yarmolenko had a good game. I can't lie to you. Last words, people, while we wait for Gonzo, I'll ask you this. We have Tottenham at the weekend. Did any players who started today, earn a start against Tottenham for you? Interested to see what your opinions are. Did anyone earn a start against Tottenham? Or are we playing the exact same 11 we did against Everton? Thank you. No worries. Horrors, nice one. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. 12 matches this season, 8 wins. Can we complain? Come on, you irons. Listen, if there's a place I can complain, I'll find it. But right now, not many complaints. Johnson's the only one I could probably think of. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So here is the link, ladies and gentlemen, going into the chat right now. This is it. If you click on this link, go ahead, get involved. Gonzo will be live in just a minute. Like I said, hey, patreon.com/HammersChat. If you want to get involved, you can. That's completely optional. However, if you would like to subscribe and like the video, it would mean a hell of a lot to me specifically. I appreciate it. I really would. But live review is about to begin. So make sure to go and have a gander. Thank you very much for coming. Come on, you irons. And until next time, we will see you soon. Have a good one, everyone. See you later. 3-0. Yes. See you later.